on 99.7 FM around Melbourne Park and around the world on the official Australian Open app and ausopen.com. This is AO Radio.
Very warm welcome to you from Melbourne's Rod Laver Arena on the final night of the 2026 Australian Open, and as ever, it is the men's singles final. The title is on the line, and we can guarantee you history tonight. Novak Djokovic gunning for an unprecedented, extraordinary, unthinkable 25th major singles title and the outright record across all of tennis. Or Carlos Alcaraz gunning at just 22 years old to become the youngest owner of a career Grand Slam. He's finally made it through to the Australian Open final. And what do you know, on the other side of the net, the 10-time winner Novak Djokovic, who does not lose finals here. No. Good evening, lovely having your company. Steve Pearce with you on AO Radio in the commentary box with the roof currently closed. It'll open though for the start of play. The players due out on court very shortly. Alongside me, it's a very good evening to Mark Hilawasi.
Good evening. Wow, the place is abuzz, isn't it? There's just so much history to be made tonight. Either way, you can throw a blanket over both of the players. You can state a case for Carlos. You can state a massive case for Djokovic. Then you can say, oh, maybe Carlos, maybe he can't do it. Then you can do the same thing for Novak and say, well, he's too old, he's hurt, he can't play at that level. But that's what the beauty of this game. It's just going to be so exciting to see how Novak handles this situation. He's been there a lot. It's a different time for him, very much a different time. And when we look back at his draw, he had a walkover, didn't need to play, great for the energy. Yep. 2 sets to 1 down, or 2 sets to love down. And Gonskis, and they were booking their flights home, shaking hands. He's won that match, and then he turned it on against Sinner. So it's just been a remarkable event, and it kind of feels like somehow karma is coming back to help Novak a little bit for all the heartache that he suffered here at Melbourne Park, with all his adversity that he has faced here. Definitely karma is just carried into this part here, but tonight it's all in his hands, it's all on his racket, so it's going to be so exciting to see.
Much has been written of Djokovic's extraordinary speeds and weight of shot that he was able to deliver against Jannik Sinner. Sinner is a different sort of player to Alcaraz. Do you think Djokovic comes in with that same mindset into this contest?
I think he has to. Yeah, if there's two players that can really blow you off the court, Sinner and Alcaraz, and we've seen that. And just the way that those two players have destroyed the other players in the top 10, they've made them look like, it's so bad to say, they made them look almost second rate. There's a gap between it, which is just, it's fascinating to see that those two players can separate. So if Djokovic played his traditional, normal, wait back, be patient, manoeuvre the ball around, he's going to be covering too much court. It's going to be so hard for him because he's not going to be able to penetrate and to really hurt Alcaraz as much. And like we saw what he did with Sinner, he just took a step forward and he just went up to the biggest bully in the playground and said, you can't hurt me anymore.
Bring it on.
I am going to fight back, and fight back he did. And I expect him to do a similar thing with Carlos tonight. He has to do that. He has to be brave again and go, hey, that was an amazing game plan. I've got to then just execute it now against Carlos, because if I don't, I'm going to be covering way too much ground and I'm going to be defending too long.
Third member of our commentary team this evening is Kate Kearns. Good evening, Kate.
Evening, Steve and Mark.
Evening. How are you?
Yeah, good. Ready to go. This is going to be a cracker tonight.
Oh, can't wait.
Kate, you're going to be looking after the correspondence this evening.
And we've got emails coming through already, which is fantastic. But just as a reminder, if you want to get in touch with us here, go to the Ask the Booth form, fill it in at ausopen.com or email us at aoradio@tennis.com.au. I will be ready, waiting and prepared to read out everyone's emails tonight. That's the commitment I'm making.
And it's just fascinating. We're seeing on the monitors Djokovic and Carlos warming up in the gym, and it's just fascinating. Like, these two prize fighters are just so close to each other, but still in their own little world. They're all doing their own physical warm-up in the gym, and now Carlos is hugging his team members, just as he always does.
And Djokovic, a little kind of head massage from one of his team, and some words spoken into his ear.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Just the hands just enveloping Djokovic's head, and obviously some potential pressure points, and just some wise words of wisdom.
So they've played in a couple of major finals before, both at Wimbledon. Both went to Alcaraz. Here comes the third, and we're lucky enough that it is in Melbourne at the Australian Open, and it is lovely having your company right around the world here as we build up to this huge contest, the culmination of the 2026 event. And now both players are ready at the top, if you like, of the corridor of champions. The doors now open, and it'll be Novak Djokovic, dressed in his green top and darker green shorts, who is striding first down the corridor, closely followed by Carlos Alcaraz, the 38-year-old against the 22-year-old. It's an extraordinary.
It's almost his son,
isn't it? Yeah.
It could be his son.
So Djokovic, he's walked down here so many times. Alcaraz a few, but nothing like Novak Djokovic on finals night as he walks past Rod Laver, of course, Jimmy Connors, Mark Edmondson, the last Australian man to win this title, Stefan Edberg, Mats Wilander, who won the first event here when it moved to Melbourne Park, Andre Agassi, Stan Wawrinka, who retired a week or so ago from this tournament, and now Novak walks past his own name and out and waiting at the top of the stairs as Carlos Alcaraz takes the slightly longer route around to reach the end of his corridor.
And Djokovic says to Carlos, "Welcome to my court."
10 times the finals,
This is
10
my
times
house.
the winner. Let's hear the players come out onto court now for this men's singles final.
Men's singles final action. Please welcome to Rod Laver Arena, from Spain, Carlos Alcaraz. And his opponent from Serbia, Novak Djokovic.
The big roar for Djokovic.
It is, and it felt, when I was walking into Melbourne Park a couple of hours ago, it felt like walking into the middle of Belgrade. There were that many Serbians.
It's one thing you know. With Djokovic is playing here, he's going to pull almost all the Serbian community here in Melbourne to the tennis, which is fantastic, creating an awesome atmosphere. And as I look around Rod Laver Arena tonight, they are jam-packed. You're going to need a shoehorn to get out of your seat down here. It is packed to the rafters. It's fabulous.
There's not a spare seat in the house. John Blom, the Australian, is in the umpire's chair this evening. He is at the net already with a youngster with a Hot Shots t-shirt on, and what a moment for him. I mean, he may not, at his age, appreciate the magnitude of this, but from the buzz around the arena, you'd be hard-pressed to miss the importance of tonight. Djokovic, first to make his way to the net, and a couple of handshakes. Alcaraz is there now as well, so let's hear the coin toss.
How are you doing? Have a good match. All right, gentlemen, just before we start, we'll start with the towel boxes. Novak, you want to take the blue one? Yep. And you take the white one? Just for the video reviews, guys, it's better to finish the point, and then we can check if there is something, all right? Questions? Who are you going to ask? Novak or Carlos? Okay. We have AO or Mark Edmondson? AO. What is it, mate? Edmondson, your call.
I receive.
You receive? Stay there.
Carlos
And don't run away yet. We need to make
Alcaraz
some
wins,
photos.
chosen, interestingly,
together.
to receive serve. And now the players will go through the final photographs with John Blom at the net, and we'll be into the warm-up, and we'll have the first ball hit in just a couple of minutes' time. What do you make of that, Mark?
Yeah, interesting that he's made that decision to return serve. Maybe he feels like he's not going to get blown off the court on the first service game from Djokovic. Probably not the biggest server out there. Maybe settle the nerves a little bit as well.
Gee, he served well the other night, though, Djokovic.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, his ability, the mental strength that he has to stare down those critical break points, and how many did Sinner have in that final set?
Yeah.
But he just dealt with each and every one, as he has done so often in his career.
And hence why 24 Grand Slams. You don't get there by being a mug, that's for sure.
No,
And you know, it's so hard for us normal people. It's rare earth where this guy is, and you know, we are blessed to have him on our court down here in Melbourne, to witness what he's done here. 10-time winner down here. I just feel like this is absolutely something special. And I know Nadal's in the stand behind or above us watching as well. I saw him down the play lounge earlier, and if anyone, you know, can just, you know, have everything against him, you know, opponent, tactics, serve, body, physical, mental, Djokovic is the one that can turn it around.
Is it a bit of a leveler, do you think? I mean, obviously the age gap gives the athletic advantage to Carlos, you know, 16 years the younger. But Djokovic, 4 hours less on court to this point. That's kind of what he needs, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and that's why the karma bug is just cradled him around this tournament. And any time that you're 4 hours less, that's another match almost, you know. But it's not only the time, it's
3 minutes.
It's the physicality. Like that 4 hours, physically, that can feel like 10 hours on court. If it was in the heat of the day, just the mental effort required. You've got to go through your pre-match warm-up. You've got to go through your post-match and your press as well. So those 4 hours on court probably work out to another 15 or 16 in total, I would imagine. So, you know, less is best for Djokovic, that's for sure.
It's the largest age gap in the Open era for finalists at the Australian Open. I'm not sure that'll come as a huge surprise, but it may come as a surprise to know that it is not, in fact, the largest age gap of any major final in the Open era. That goes to the 17-year, 304-day age gap between Ken Rosewall and Jimmy Connors in the finals of Wimbledon and the US Open in 1974. Both won, I might add, thumpingly by the younger man.
Okay, all right.
Jimmy Connors. So whether there's so many different things you can look at for tonight, aren't there, you know? But Alcaraz will certainly think, okay, physicality, I must have that on my side. But then, you know, there was that intriguing moment, wasn't there, Mark, when we were in the commentary box for it. In fact, I was listening to it again on the way in, on the replay on AO Radio, that the cramping that Carlos suffered seemed or felt almost out of nowhere in that match against Zverev.
Yeah, it's very weird. And also that happened with Sinner, just out of the blue. The match turns, you know, at the click of your fingers, and it didn't look like he was hobbling at any stage. It didn't look like it was an extremely physical encounter that he was facing. So it was quite strange that the two highest-ranked players had those issues.
But they have had, and Sinner eventually falling in the semi-finals to this man right in front of us here in the most extraordinary match, which went late into the evening and into the early morning, into the early hours of Saturday morning the other day, when Djokovic ousted Sinner. Seemingly against all the odds, and most of that even from his own mouth from a few months earlier at the US Open, saying that they were playing on a different level. Well, he found a new level, didn't he, the Serb?
Yeah, definitely elevated. Definitely elevated.
Can he redline it again tonight?
So this court is almost equivalent to Nadal at Wimbledon. I mean, at Roland Garros.
Yeah.
Like you walk on the court, you walk on the court here against Djokovic.
Well, 10 finals, 10 wins. I mean, that is. I mean, you know, he doesn't lose. Now, I don't know if that plays into the mind of both players here, that Djokovic has that imposing record, but in a way it has to be sitting somewhere in your mind, doesn't it?
Oh, Carlos will no doubt know about that, but he'll be looking at it from a totally different perspective and a different lens. He goes, like, he'll probably feel like Novak has to come at him. I'm the one I'm the number one player in the world. No doubt these players, there's a big element of ego and history making. So you don't get to this level being too humble in some ways.
The other match, of course, we should consider was the quarter-final from 12 months ago when Djokovic prevailed here on this very court against Carlos Alcaraz in 4 sets. That's the other one that'll also be sitting in the back of my mind. Rightio, we're just about there. Who are we on, Kate?
Alcaraz, 4 sets.
Alcaraz 4, Mark.
Which set does Djokovic get then, Kate?
He wins the first. He has to win the first.
Has to win the first. So I'm going tight first set, and it wouldn't surprise me if Djokovic wins the set, but I think just the weight of Carlos is just going to be a little bit too heavy tonight.
So you're saying...
I'm saying Carlos in straight, but boy, I'd love for history. I'd love for Novak to make it 11.
I'm with Alcaraz, but I'll say 5. Why not? Let's go the distance. Well, we'll see what happens. It's the men's singles final for the 2026 Australian Open. It's Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz on AO Radio, live around the world, and Djokovic to get us underway here. Right in front of the commentary box. He serves out wide. Alcaraz onto this with the forehand. 1-2. Well, it was there for Novak, but he didn't put enough on it, so he leans into another forehand. And then Alcaraz pushing too hard on his forehand cross court. First point to Novak Djokovic.
And that's Novak Djokovic of the sinner to me. He was hugging that baseline on that first forehand. And when he took it down the line, he was very compact with his action. And he hesitated a little bit. He was looking to transition in straight away. So that opening point kind of sets to me his mindset. He's going to be aggressive. He's got to sustain it.
15 love, serving out wide. Missing that one. Scene is just about perfect here with the roof partially open, so it is an outdoor final as Djokovic serves. The forehand from Alcaraz just clipping the tape, went high up in the air. You couldn't tell which side it was going to land on. Eventually it fell back on the Spaniards, so this is a good start for Novak Djokovic.
2 points, 2 serves out wide to the forehand wing of Alcaraz. If there's a chink, well, it's not much of a chink, it's a little engraving of a
splinter.
Yeah. Of a weakness. Weakness is such a harsh word.
30 love. Djokovic goes out wide. Alcaraz does well to get this back in the court. Back behind him. Djokovic didn't overplay that. Just effectively pushed the ball with the backhand down the line. 40 love.
Well, let's make that 3 serves out wide to the forehand for Alcaraz. And that's what Djokovic will be hoping to do. Stretch him on that first one so we can play the next shot into space. Get Alcaraz on the move.
Familiar ball bouncing routine of Novak Djokovic in the green shirt. He serves into the net with the green sweatband on his left wrist and the white one on his right, and the blue shorts. Djokovic with a second serve at 40 love. Serves onto the backhand this time of Alcaraz, up the line. Alcaraz there to meet it, decides to go cross court. First real rally of the match here. Alcaraz levelling out with a big forehand, well covered off from Djokovic. Back cross court, Alcaraz. Great reach from Djokovic at the net. Alcaraz runs in to put away the easy forehand.
And that's a dangerous shot right there from Alcaraz. One of those forehand cross courts that was short and really broke through the single sideline. And that is the one that forces Djokovic full stretch out wide with a slice. But early on, Djokovic hugging the line again. So he's setting the tone early. I love it.
40-15. Serve, lances in onto the backhand. That's long from Alcaraz. That's a good hold from Novak Djokovic after being put in to serve, if you like. Invited to serve, he takes it with some aplomb. It's a great start to this men's singles final. After 3 minutes, it's Alcaraz to serve next at love 1. We just saw a shot of the twice champion Rafael Nadal, who you were mentioning. He's sitting pretty much just up there.
Yeah, on my shoulders.
On your
Pretty much.
shoulders,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yeah, on your shoulder, or your left shoulder.
So
anyway.
technically I'm carrying Rafa.
Yeah.
That's right. Not on the court, but just above the court.
And there's a man who hasn't been carried too often in his career.
No.
And a fair bit of the carrying. Great night in here 4 years ago when he came back from a couple of sets down to beat Medvedev.
Scary.
Get that second title. Equally great night when he won his first title, beating Federer in a tremendous final way back in 2009. So great to have Rafa back.
Carlos Alcaraz.
Amazing how these players just look so calm and such a big stage. Like, you imagine, I'm edgy as anything. My heart rate's going. I checked my little heart rate on my Apple Watch here, and it was a little higher than I expected. I can't imagine what these guys are going through here. It just looks so loose and so calm.
It's good serving out wide. And for Carlos Alcaraz, it is his first Australian Open final. Of course, he is a veteran of major finals already in his career, although he's still only 22. But the first time that he's come out onto this court for the final. And Novak Djokovic is probably one of the least appealing prospects on the other side of the net. Forehand from Djokovic, straight back at Alcaraz there. Down the line for Djokovic. That shot was there for him, but just clipped the tape, fell back on his side.
And that's the one thing probably Djokovic doesn't want to happen too long or too often this match, if he can, is to get into a backhand-to-backhand battle with Alcaraz. Kind of feel like Alcaraz will be winning the longer rallies tonight.
Alcaraz serves heavily down the middle, gets the short ball. Djokovic did well to get a racket on it, but a good put away from Alcaraz from inside the service box for 40 love.
We'll definitely get the feel that the weather conditions won't play a part in this match, so there's no need for the heat. It's a nice brisk night.
Okay, so Alcaraz at 40 love, feeling pretty comfortable here right now on his service game, you'd imagine. But in saying that, just clips the top of the net cord and flies wide for a full. Second serve. Forehand from Djokovic, really heavy. Alcaraz did well to dig it out. Opposite corner from Djokovic. That's really good.
And we look at the movement after that return from Djokovic. Took that ball early, went towards that second serve, and I love it. If he's able to do that all night long, he's going to give himself a chance. But then he just stayed inside the baseline and he moved forward diagonally to cut off the angle, again, to get that ball really, really early. Great signs from Djokovic.
Alcaraz then serving, 40-15. Djokovic right at the body of Djokovic. He did pretty well to get out of the way of it. Up goes the defensive ball. Rocking back, Alcaraz slams this ball away. Couple of feet inside the baseline. Beautifully done by Carlos Alcaraz. 1 game all in the opening set.
Well, it's a good level already. We only played 2 games. Both players holding serve with a little bit of pressure.
Just been contacted by my daughter Lily, who's watching us on the YouTube stream tonight. Mark, give her a wave.
Hey!
There we go.
Dad's doing a wonderful job.
If you would like to join us on the YouTube stream, do so as well. You can find that.
My little kids can't understand. They can hear the voice in the background and the speakers, and they're going, "Where's he?" Like, they're trying to communicate with me. They're going, "Dad, Dad."
Where are you?
Yeah.
Right,
I am your father.
1 game all here as Djokovic down the far end. Serving, just a fault. It's great having your company wherever you are listening to us or watching around the world. Welcome along to Melbourne's Rod Laver Arena for this really mouth-watering men's singles final. Alcaraz onto a big forehand there, just pushing a little bit long beyond the baseline here, and Djokovic gets 15 love.
There wasn't much heat on that second serve from Djokovic, 149. I thought Alcaraz would have maybe done a little bit more with that return of serve. He's got some time.
Djokovic serving out wide. Alcaraz again does well to get this back. Should be put away by Djokovic, and it is. Cross court with the off forehand. Good serving from Novak.
He's hitting his targets very well. He's not the fastest server, and being a good server doesn't mean it's all about how fast that ball goes. It's hitting those targets, especially when it really, really matters. Great variation.
Djokovic at 30 love, serves out wide. That's too wide from Alcaraz. Going cross-court with the forehand, just shakes his head in the sleeveless green and sort of cream top, diagonal cut through it.
It's like his right arm has just got bigger over the 2 weeks, Alcaraz.
I suspect it has. Plenty of time in the gym, plenty of time hitting balls pretty hard. 40 love serving here, Djokovic down the line, great stuff, vintage stuff from Novak Djokovic. Holds to love, and a very smooth start from both players here on serve. It'll be Alcaraz to serve next after 9 minutes on centre court. 1-2. Kate.
Steve, Marie Sullivan from Broad Beach in Queensland. Actually, she's at Rod Laver Arena. She's been there for the past weeks, had a great time. She said she's been watching but listening to AO Radio. And thank you for the well-informed and entertaining commentary. She said that she was actually here the night Novak won his first Australian Open as a young man.
2008.
She's thinking that maybe she'll be here for his 11th win tonight. So
if she's listening, can you stand up and maybe just do the teapot, and wave? Oh, I see something. Are you wearing a white top?
Let us know.
Yes, she's waving. I see. Wave again. If she's still I got you.
Excellent.
I got you.
Yes, we can see you. That's awesome.
Oh, wow. 15,000 people in the stands.
Mark, you picked it. Was Where's Wally, isn't it? It was bang, I've got you.
I'm like a seagull on a hot chip here. I just like bang.
That's some of your best work for the past 2 weeks, just there. David's listening to us from Montrose in Colorado. Said he thinks Novak will do it in 5. Said we learned on Friday night never to discount him.
Yes.
And thanks for the great call and the wonderful commentary for the past 2 weeks.
Great stuff. Thanks
David.
Marie and David, and all your messages, whether you're inside Rod Laver Arena or wherever you are around the world. Please do drop us a line and let us know your thoughts and your comments and just where you're listening to us and what you're up to. It's great having you along for this men's singles final. Kate Kearns, Mark Hilawati and Steve Pearce with you on AO Radio. As Alcaraz with the second serve here onto the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand to backhand they go, and then Novak switches to a couple of forehands, getting a bit more height on these. Flattened out there by Carlos Alcaraz. Very low over the net now from both players. On the forehand, bit more air on both these shots now. Kicks up high. Djokovic unloads inside out on the forehand.
Now, just a little rewind. If Djokovic played like this several years ago, you'd be looking at 35 titles tonight, not 25.
Amazing stuff.
Just really noticeable as well. He's just abbreviated his forehand swing due to the fact that he's trying to take the ball earlier and reduce time from his opponent. He's just modified that a little bit so we can stay closer to the court.
Alcaraz serves out wide. Djokovic does really well. First drop shot of the evening, really well. Just caressed that ball over the net, did Carlos Alcaraz, and Djokovic just nods. Too good.
Yeah. When the master nods to the apprentice, then that's a pretty good shot.
Right. He was well inside the baseline, sort of halfway between the service box and the baseline was Carlos Alcaraz when he played that. It was beautifully done. So 15 all serving here. Alcaraz down the middle, just missing that one. Won't be the last of those comments from the crowd, I'm sure. Backhand from Djokovic lands this in. Opposite corner from Alcaraz. What does he do with this backhand? Up the line, skidding. Djokovic stays in the point. He's going to have to go out wide here. Went for everything around the net post, Djokovic, but just missed it. Going down the line.
Again, that angled forehand cross-court from Carlos. He was on full stretch, and he still finds the ability and still finds that area of the court. That just, that far wide, Djokovic has to pull the trigger on that shot and has to try to hit a cold winner. He goes back cross-court. Carlos has got the open court to hit his shot. Great angle.
Alcaraz then serving 30-15, but it's a fault. 1-2, opening set of the men's final.
Djokovic creeping closer to the baseline for this return.
Alcaraz, this one clips the tape and flies wide of the doubles alley. 30 all. Rightio, here's the first just a window, small window, slightly ajar door, whatever you want to call it.
And that's a win for Djokovic right there with that double fault. Physically, he was close to the baseline, putting that physical pressure on the server, forcing Carlos to come up with a better serve and squeezed out a double. We'll be happy with that little win.
Serving here, Alcaraz finds the net with the first serve. Djokovic right in front of us. Standing upright to receive this. Onto the forehand he goes. Here comes another forehand from Novak. Drops that in inside the baseline, taking control of this rally. Alcaraz repelling everything. He runs round onto the forehand. Went inside, in, up the line, but missed it into the net. And it's a break point for Novak.
And Novak is not getting pushed around the court at all. He's staying close to the baseline, just not giving Alcaraz enough time between hits. First break point. Let's see where Carlos serves and also return position from Djokovic. He's a long way back on this first one. Trying to nullify the speed.
Alcaraz then serving, facing break point. Here goes the drop shot. Brilliant. And another nod of appreciation, or maybe admiration, from Novak Djokovic. What a way to save that break point. That was classy.
Yeah, and clever from Alcaraz, with Djokovic being so far back on that return of serve. The ball is short, so Djokovic stays back because he feels like he's going to get crunched upon with the Carlos forehand. So he's got a lot of distance between him and the baseliner to play that drop shot.
That juice serving right at the body of Djokovic, gets out the way of it. Now a couple of forehands from him. Deep, good depth on these ground strokes from Djokovic. Goes down into the corner, Alcaraz equal to it. Lifts out a backhand, the slice from Djokovic low and near the baseline. Kicking that up a bit higher was Alcaraz, running round onto the forehand. Djokovic is going for it, and he's hitting his spots at the moment.
Oh, that's fantastic ball striking. And it's so much easier to say, this is a game plan I want to do, but he spent so much of his career playing a certain style, and now the last two matches he's completely thrown that out the window and gone, this is the new me. Well, if he plays like this for the rest of the year, it's exciting.
Maybe he always had this and he was just going to bring it out for the final two matches.
He's just foxing for 17 years.
Alcaraz facing break point again. Djokovic gets onto this return. He's moving well at the moment. Forehand back behind you. Brilliant from Alcaraz. He's going to get the short ball. Puts it away. Good play from the Spaniard, and the first grimace from Novak. He had to change direction quickly there. He's moving okay though.
Yeah, I think he was a little upset with his choice of shot. He had one forehand, he had a bit of time. The option was to really rip it cross court, but it went a little bit central, and that changed the context of that point, and that gave Alcaraz a chance to unload on one of his forehands. He's fighting it off, back to juice.
Alcaraz saves 2 break points. Serving here out wide, Djokovic again, good contact on that forehand, forcing the mistake from Carlos Alcaraz. Good deep return from Novak on the out wide serve. A third break point. You have to figure that these are golden chances for Novak right here. He's earned them, but he's got to take one of them.
Yeah, exactly. And again, he's very deep in the court to return. If it lands a little bit short, he'll be ready for the drop shot or the potential.
Alcaraz serves again, facing breakpoint. Good return from Novak. Clips the tape heavily. Djokovic goes back into the opposite corner. Alcaraz is there. Up the line, Djokovic. He's come to the net. Can he put this away on a tight angle? No, Alcaraz is there. Digs it back. Djokovic goes back behind him, out from the Spaniards. And they're on their feet already in Rod Laver Arena. We're only 10 minutes in, 18 minutes in.
I'm out of the chair as well. Wow, sensational tennis.
That's great stuff from Novak Djokovic, and he breaks serve in just the 4th game of this final against Carlos Alcaraz, and he is slap bang right in the zone tonight, Novak.
Unbelievable. And I guess Carlos will just be thinking, hey, can this guy sustain this level? I just got to weather the storm here. It's only one break. I'm forcing him to play at a very, very high level. But that's what happens at the pointy end of a slam. The last day.
Djokovic here at 3-1 to consolidate the break of serve in this opening set. Goes to the backhand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz then settling into a couple of ground strokes on the backhand. Running around this, Djokovic pulled the trigger. inside in on the forehand up the line. Got the net that time. Love 15.
A good move from Djokovic there. Could have stayed and hit another backhand, but he just danced around and took it on the forehand and went to be the one who's more aggressive. Carlos in lockdown mode in this game here. Visual of Novak's shoes with the number 24 written on it for his slams.
Have to chuck those out if he wins tonight. Serving here, an ace out wide from Djokovic.
I'll be ready to catch him if he does. He's straight in the locker room.
He'll have a few of those pairs. He'll think, what do I do with those?
That's right.
Maybe give them to what you call the op shop in Australia, or second-hand shops, second chance shops. Might make a few quid there for some charities.
Oh,
don't need these 24s anymore. Novak serving down the middle onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Beautifully done from Djokovic, though. The backhand winner down the line. Took that pretty well inside the baseline. Took it early, 30-15.
This is a Jekyll and Hyde performance from Djokovic. We're not used to seeing him do this as much. His plus 1-2s after the serve. That first shot, once the serve lands in, he's trying to end the rally very quickly.
Doesn't want this to get into a slugfest at the baseline.
Too old for that.
To impose himself, serves out wide. Alcaraz does really well. Djokovic goes back behind him. Alcaraz on that backhand again. Here comes another one. Change of direction from Carlos. But his radar is not that dialed in at the moment. He's not playing terribly, but Djokovic is playing almost faultless tennis at the moment.
He's forcing those mistakes from Alcaraz. Alcaraz is the one who's 2 metres behind the baseline. He's not being able to impose himself, and that's the play of Djokovic. He hasn't allowed that to happen.
So points here for a 4-1 lead for the 10-time champ in the opening set. Djokovic serves down the middle. That's not going to get back over the nets. And Alcaraz has got to be wondering what's hit him here. It is Novak Djokovic in absolute prime form in the first 21 minutes here of this final for 2026. Kate.
Nancy's listening to us from Marina Del Rey in California. Says, hello, commentary team. Just after midnight on Sunday morning. Sorry, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh, yes, Sunday morning here on the West Coast in California. Thanks to Steve, Mark and Kate for bringing us the excitement of this great film. She says, it sounds like it's really rocking in Melbourne tonight. It certainly is.
Yep, stand up and wave. See if we can see you as well, okay? We have vision. We have a... Oh, there she is.
And Daphne Clifton, who's a business performance coach, says, good morning to the AO radio team from Blackheath in London. Looking forward to this match. A bit concerned about her Wi-Fi, but as she's travelling to watch her son play in the Masters over 35 hockey match.
Oh, okay, nice, Daphne.
No predictions here for either match, she says, but hoping that it will go long into the night.
Thank you, Kate. Kate Kearns there. I've started something with the family, so I'm going to have to do this, Mark, because Amy, my other daughter, now has joined the YouTube stream, so I've got to say hello, Amy.
Hey, Amy!
There you go, Amy. And hello to everybody who's watching us joining us on YouTube, and also welcome to everyone who's joining us on Sirius XM through the ESPN radio network in the United States, iHeartRadio, Vision Australia Radio right across Australia, Tune In Radio right around the world, of course, and SEN in Melbourne. However, wherever you're listening to us, it's wonderful having your company here for the AO 2026 men's final. It's Alcaraz and Djokovic, and at the moment, the upper hand sits with the Serb. Forehand from Alcaraz goes wide, and he just adjusts his shorts, but he needs to adjust his game a little.
There's a guy up in the stands who's going to help him with the short adjustments, another Spanish player. But, he's just got to be a little shell-shocked here with the way that Djokovic has come out. I guess it wouldn't be such a surprise knowing how Djokovic played against Sinner. When you're facing it, it's different.
Alcaraz serves backhand from Djokovic, running around the forehand, staying on the same angle. Alcaraz then rocks back, goes down the centre of the court. Djokovic is okay with that, meets it with a couple of forehands. Great depth from Novak. That's what earned him that point. Alcaraz eventually wilting as he got pushed back, and the forehand goes long from Carlos, and he'll be shaking his head as he looks for a little bit of advice from Mark Helawati right in front of us.
He just raised his eyebrows like, whoa, that wasn't bad. It's the pacer shot from Djokovic. That's hurting him.
And the depth.
Yeah, he's being... Djokovic is just Alcaraz right now.
Like he's Sinner.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't Massetti. Serving here, Alcaraz heavily down the middle. Djokovic does brilliantly to land this in at the back of the court. Now they settle into a rally. Cross-court, the pair go.
Ooh.
Djokovic, who'd worked so hard, though, to work his way to that point, and then blast the forehand a long way beyond the baseline.
Well, Djokovic realised he had a big opportunity there. Yeah, Massetti almost turned him into spaghetti that night. Didn't work out.
Muschetti spaghetti, he did, but then just suffered that nasty injury and had to almost immediately pull out. We wish him all the best in his recovery, of course. 15:30 here, awkward moment for Alcaraz. That just landed long from Djokovic. Pushing for the baseline, if you're pushing for that sort of depth all the time, you are going to miss a couple.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't expect him to back off.
He can't afford to, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Got a lot more reward for what he's done so far in this match. Carlos gets it back to 30 all.
Serving here, Alcaraz out wide. That's good serving from the Spaniard.
40-30.
He's looking a bit happier now.
Yeah, that's a lot of swing through the air. Once that ball lands, it just keeps on gliding away from the outstretched Djokovic. The clarity of thought to be able to then execute that kind of serve.
So kicking a couple of balls back to opposite sides of Rod Laver Arena, and the ball boy and ball girl accepting those, and now we're ready as Alcaraz serves. Backhand from Djokovic goes right back at Alcaraz. So Alcaraz returns the favour. Djokovic going down low just to stay in this point. Alcaraz saw the short ball and slammed it away at the net. And you heard the first come on from Carlos this evening. He knows he's got to impose himself on this contest.
And that was a lengthened stare to his team, and he's walked back to the baseline just in front of our commentary booth, pumping his fist and trying to gee himself up. He realises he's got to change gear now. He's running out of time in this opening set, so it's time to shine, Carlos.
So Djokovic with the balls in hand down the far end of Rod Laver Arena at 4-2 with that break of serve in this opening set. Serves here into the net. Second serve onto the forehand. It sat there. It did kick up a little bit high, but Alcaraz will find that one chalked up in the unforced error column.
Yeah, if we have a passive column as well, I reckon we should tick that box as well. Can't afford to do that, Alcaraz, because Djokovic is not doing it to his second serve. He's got to be a lot more aggressive to stop Djokovic dictating him after that serve lands.
15 love. Djokovic serves. Backhand from Alcaraz. Landed very deep. Djokovic picks it up on the half volley. Stays on that same cross-court angle. And then more centrally the pair go. Up the line, Alcaraz. Well defended by Djokovic on a couple of forehands. Very low over the net from both players. Bit more angle on this. Taking Alcaraz again down in deep into his forehand corner in this juice court. He couldn't make a ball over the net.
Yep. And Carlos is gesturing to his team. Should have gone cross. I should have gone cross. It was too low to try to go line. Well, I haven't said this for a long time, but Djokovic is just making he's just creating these errors from Alcaraz.
Well, he's made but a couple of mistakes, really, Novak, hasn't he?
Yeah.
In these opening 6.5 games. Serves here, goes out wide. That's going to land just in, but it'll be an easy put away, which Djokovic does really well on a tight angle at the net.
And that was not an easy shot. Djokovic, the ball bouncing funky, getting outside the double sideline. He really had to hit a winner because there was no way of recovering back.
Just 4 unforced errors for the set so far for Novak. Double that for the Spaniard. Djokovic again looking comfortable on serve here at the moment. 40 love, serves down the middle. Alcaraz can only meet this with a forehand into the net. And Djokovic is a game away from the opening set of this 2026. You heard that right. Nearly 20 years on from his first title here. He is closing in on the first sets against Carlos Alcaraz. Kate.
Heather Stewart is listening in from Halifax in Nova Scotia in Canada and says, thanks for a great 2 weeks of coverage. Closing in on 5 a.m. here, and you're keeping me company while I'm knitting the second sock of a pair. Nice to hear about the heat, although it's a bit cooler this evening. When we're about to have our third Sunday to Monday snowstorm in a row.
Ooh.
Yeah, sounds nasty.
Nasty.
Stay warm, Heather.
Stay warm, keep listening.
And Ryan is listening from...
Does that mean Ryan hasn't put where he's from, so he's not going to get read out? But
no, he's okay. I've just seen it. It's Colorado.
Okay.
Enjoying this match already for its long rallies. I miss the days of Nadal and Federer for their incredible consistency and accuracy during very, very long rallies.
Well, we're seeing a bit of that, in fairness, tonight. Thank you, Kate. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, everyone, for your messages. Do keep them coming. aoradio@tennis.com.au. That's the email address. Or you can contact us through the Ask the Booth form through the app. That's the AO app or ozopen.com. Djokovic doing some stretching out here, but I tell you, some of the accuracy and weight of shot here is equal to anything for class that Nadal and Federer threw at us over the years. Rafa Nadal here, of course, just above us, in a front row seat, not surprisingly. Alcaraz serves out wide, a clean ace. I think Rafa would have been disappointed if he'd been given like row F.
That's right. He deserves.
He does.
Interesting that Alcaraz, long discussion with his team, that change of ends, went to the coach's box.
Made half an hour on Rod Laver Arena. Peter Mercato and Jill Krabus make up the commentary team this evening. They'll be in for the second set of this one whenever we get to that. Backpedaling Alcaraz, and it might be sooner than you think if Alcaraz plays too many of those shots.
Yeah.
15 all.
Just such a distinct change with that preparation. Love that forehand. Just able to stay close to the baseline. Racket prepares close to the point of contact. Just rifled that back, and lack of time creates the error from Alcaraz. Bit of pressure here, 15 all.
Only 3 points from the set, Novak. Serving here, Alcaraz, missing down the middle.
Kind of feel like Djokovic would love to break and be serving first in the second set.
Alcaraz serves backhand from Djokovic, goes right back at Alcaraz, and goes again running around his forehand there. Was Alcaraz. This is very short. Djokovic can attack it, get some great depth. Onto the opposite corner, just dug out by Alcaraz. He's being passive though, and he's just waiting for Djokovic to hit the winner. Carlos is hanging in there. It's a bit of a spluttering performance from Alcaraz in this opening set. He's being dominated by the 10-time champion.
Yep, this is the blueprint right here for all the other players. Can you replicate this against Alcaraz? I thought Djokovic was a little bit passive in the first 3 hits of that rally, but then got back up on court. That forehand did the damage and got the weak reply. 15-30, 2-5 in the opening set of this Grand Slam final.
Alcaraz in trouble here again on serve. Djokovic lands this very deep. Jumping into a forehand was Alcaraz. There's another one. Great error. Oh, that's brilliant from Djokovic. A stand and deliver cross court of the highest quality on the forehand. And it's going to earn him 2 set points after just 32 minutes on centre court.
I'm not too sure how many experts would have thought that this is the situation and this is the way this opening set is playing out. It's far from done, but boy, oh boy, you've got to dip your lid to what Djokovic has shown us thus far.
Well, this set is close to being done. Alcaraz serves, taking Djokovic out wide. Brilliant cut on this. It's going to be good enough. And a huge fist pump from Novak Djokovic, and that is a vintage performance from the Serb. 33 minutes, even Rafael Nadal forced to just respect and applaud this masterclass from the Serb on his home court, Rod Laver Arena. 6 games to 2. He has dismantled Carlos Alcaraz in this opening set. Right, we're going to have a commentary change and coming up with the second set of this for you in just a moment. So, Mark, a few thoughts from you, and then Peter Mercado will be alongside Jill Cravis.
I've got to gather my composure there. That was amazing, and it was interesting to see Djokovic giving the fist pump to his team, but then also a little look up at the stands, seeing Nadal up in the stands and just saying, how do you like that one, Rafa? Wasn't too bad opening set. But boy, oh boy, Djokovic, all the numbers in his favour, and he's just stunned Carlos Alcaraz. And welcome, Peter. Welcome. You come with my defibrillator.
Defibrillator just to calm you down a touch, Mark. Yes. Oh, yeah. Go catch your breath.
I shall do. Cheerio. Enjoy the second set.
Jill Crow is about to jump in. Kate Kearns is also here. Hello, Kate.
Hey,
for the first
Pete.
time.
Shall we get to some messages whilst we're at...
Yeah,
thank you very much. Got Leon, who's listening to us from the Netherlands, says, hey, AO Radio team, I was afraid I was going to miss the final, but luckily there's AO Radio.
Hey.
I'm currently on my way from the Netherlands to France. Nothing beats watching the match, but AO Radio comes pretty close. Could you give a shout out to Barbara? She's behind the wheel while I'm listening to the call, of course.
No, we can't. No, we won't do that.
Oh, hey, Barbara. Keep your mind on the road ahead. And we've got HC. Oh, actually, this one was for Mark, but we'll get back to it because Mark will be coming back. Yes, is that
He
correct?
will be, yes, for set number 3.
Yes, it's to do with his nickname, but I'm not sure what that's about.
All right.
And then we've got Michael. Oh no, we might wait. Michael, stay with us because we're about to start the second set.
I've got to say hello to Jill Cravis for the first time.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, Jill.
How are you?
We'll get your analysis of that opening set in just a moment. But we get ready for set number 2. The crowd settles here in the final. And Djokovic will deliver this ball onto the backhand of Alcaraz up the line. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic. Alcaraz slice backhand defensive. It's a half-court ball and into the nets goes Djokovic with it off forehand. And he's love 15. What have you made of things so far, Jill?
I think it's a continuation of the semifinals for Djokovic with how well he was playing. He came out exactly the same, ready to put the ball on his racket, and he's kind of forced Alcaraz to kind of hit at the pace that he wants him to hit at. I haven't seen Alcaraz change up too much. There were a couple drop shots.
Served down the tee, picked up by Alcaraz, falling up that line from Djokovic, takes the net, flies long. So it's love 30.
But he's looking to be just as aggressive, which is the game plan he should have, because he was able to do it consistently over 5 sets against Jannik, and he's just coming out here doing exactly the same, still hitting with a lot more pace than we've seen in the past from Djokovic.
To underline that, he's only lost 4 points on his serve so far. 2 of those in this game. The serve out wide, forehand from Alcaraz. It's not coming back. It's 15-30.
That serve has just been so effective for him. I mean, both Sinner and Alcaraz are really struggling with the out wide serve on the deuce. He's hitting his targets perfectly, and it's just opening up the court.
Overcast conditions in Melbourne, 16 Celsius, the coolest day we've had so far for the tournament. And it's the final day. As Djokovic, the serve, on the off forehand of Alcaraz. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic, big off forehand again from Alcaraz, and that caught up the line goes Djokovic. Cross forehand from Alcaraz, forehand from Djokovic, lands near the baseline. He now leans into one up the line. Cross-court backhand from Alcaraz is wide. And it's 30 all.
It's that same pattern that we were talking about in the semifinals, where Djokovic is looking to set up that forehand down the line. He's been hitting that so accurately. Loves that pattern. And it just puts him in control of so many points.
So 30 all. Took the first set 6-2 here in the final. 37 minutes on the Rolex clock. And the serve into the nets. Second serve. And take plenty of time on this second ball. Not a spare seat to be had on Rod Laver Arena this evening. And the serve on the forehand of Alcaraz. The return is long. And it's 40-30.
40-30.
Now he's taking second serves there to the same exact spot. As good as and threatening as Alcaraz's forehand can be, it's just placed so perfectly that he's consistently getting on the stretch.
Now the discussion, a little bit of muttering. Over to his corner. Dad in the house as well. There's the serve from Djokovic. Down the tee, misses. And leans over as if he's trying to will that ball into the service box. Second serve. And the serve. Under the forehand of Alcaraz. Cross-court backhand for Djokovic. Alcaraz switches to the juice court. A looping ball on the forehand from Djokovic. Now he's playing cross backhand. Back out the middle of the court from Alcaraz. Up the line, middle of the court goes Djokovic. Wicked angle from Alcaraz. Dug out by Djokovic on a slice. It floats wide. And we're at deuce. And a fist pump from Alcaraz, because even though Djokovic has kind of landed his blows early, he's still got to have that belief that he can turn it around.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got to stay positive. I mean, I think he recognizes, how well Djokovic came out in this match. He would have paid attention to his match against Sinner and would have recognized that he did go really big, would have expected that. But still, Djokovic hasn't given many openings. He's played such a clean first set.
So Djokovic at deuce, opening game, second set, the serve out wide, wild wide. Picked up by Alcaraz, a high forehand. Now he's in the 8-court playing cross backhand. Djokovic goes up the other line. Big cross-court forehand from Alcaraz, misses. And Djokovic has gained points. And you mentioned there, Jill, patterns from what we saw the other night. Here's another one. Under pressure on his serve, finding a way. Yeah,
absolutely. He's so good. He's good at taking his time and not panicking in those moments. And his serve has gotten better. So I almost feel like there's a deeper level of trust in his serve in pressure moments.
We marvel at this because we thought it would all just sort of slowly slip away, be semi-finals, quarter-finals. Not the case. Djokovic serves out wide. Big cross-court backhand from Alcaraz. Short angle drop shot from Djokovic. Alcaraz gets there cross-court but puts it wide. And even with his speed, he got there but couldn't complete it. And Djokovic holds the opening game of the second set of the final.
This seems, I'm going to ask you a question, and this seems maybe a little bit strange to say with Djokovic, but I almost feel like he's, over the course of the last couple of years, learned from Alcaraz and Sinner. Would you agree with that? Because I feel like he's choosing drop shots at certain times that we're used to seeing Alcaraz and Sinner do that. I feel like he's choosing pattern, or when to go big, when to throw up the higher ball. I just feel like as big as he's been going, there's also different choices that he's making that I feel like are really smart in certain situations.
Well, you're right, and he talks about, and he's talked for years and years and years and years. He has talked about the fact that every off-season, I'm just not sitting there just maintaining the same level. What do I need to do to improve? How am I going to execute it? And even when he was totally dominant. And number one in the world for so long and winning majors and just doing it for fun half the time. He would still sit the end of the season. He'd do interviews here and say, well, in the off-season, we were working on stuff. Because if I sit still, players are going to come over the top of me.
But I'm so used to seeing him just like locked down, right? We use that phrase with him all the time. Just locked down, and he's not going to miss a ball. But now I'm seeing more of him making active choices of certain shot selections. It's amazing.
Serve here onto the backhand. Djokovic up the line. Cross-court backhand from Alcaraz. Djokovic, a high ball. It's a three-quarter court ball. Alcaraz will go into the open juice court corner for a winner. We'll go to 15 love.
I'm just watching Alcaraz's demeanor, composure. He's still being very positive. Even after that 1 point, he's still nodding to himself, trying to get himself back into this match.
He'll still have the belief.
Absolutely.
But he knows he's in for a time tonight. He would have been watching particularly closely on Friday evening as the serve down the tee. Forehand clips the tape for Djokovic at the middle of the court. Now he's in the juice court playing cross forehand. Point up the line from Alcaraz. Cross court backhand from Djokovic deep in the corner. He's going to go up the middle of the court with the backhand. Cross court forehand. Alcaraz is deep, but even Djokovic can't get to that one. He swats the ball. It goes nowhere near the court. It's 30-love and another fist pump to his team, Jill.
That was a little bit more calm for me from Alcaraz on the forehand. Didn't try and overplay, but he had the spot picked out. He was looking to go deep into the corner with the forehand. Perfect execution.
43 minutes on the Rolex clock. The second set of the men's singles final. The serve down the tee, picked up by Djokovic. Up the line goes Alcaraz. He's coming. He's going to play a backhand volley. Djokovic goes over the top. High backhand volley for Alcaraz. Falls short. Djokovic cross-court backhand. He's missed. He went long. And Alcaraz being forced forward, but 40 love as the results.
was actually surprised Djokovic didn't take that backhand down the line. That's the signature shot really from him, where he's looking to pass, but Alcaraz did well to make that court seem a lot smaller with his court position. And we got a little smile from Alcaraz. That's always a good sign.
For all of the battle, and you've been out there, Jill, you know this. I'll come to it in a sec. It's a serve from Alcaraz down the tees, an ace. One game all. You're out there and it's battle, high stakes, high pressure. But I imagine that for players there is a certain element of fun about what you're doing, being in that particular moment, like Carlitos is, as he's looking at the folks, the ESPN folks next door to us, a little, whew, Robin for a match here.
He was looking and smiling over next door, right, at the McEnroes.
Is Johnny Mack in there? Yeah, Patrick McEnroe there.
Yeah, that was funny. I think you have to love the challenge. You have to love the difficulty and embracing it, having to go through it. Otherwise you shouldn't be out there, because there's a sense that your opponent's job is to make you as uncomfortable as possible. So you have to embrace that.
There's the serve from Djokovic down the tee, blocked back by Alcaraz. Djokovic goes with an off forehand. Alcaraz is there, but he can't do much with the backhand. 15 love.
Djokovic, I'm also seeing, a little bit more variety when he's at the back of the court, because Alcaraz does bring a different type of ball. Djokovic has been going hard, but when he's inside the court, he flattens it out, shooting through the court.
So Djokovic, the serve. Out wide, backhand picked up, Alcaraz up the middle of the court. Now he's in the juice court playing cross forehand. Big point at the line for Djokovic is missed. And it's 15 all.
That one was a good example of a little bit heavier forehand into the forehand corner of Djokovic.
I want him to look in and look at you, Jill.
I know, I do too. I'm waiting. I was looking for it right there. You were with me. Cinder did it the other day, right? You were with me, I think. No, Steve was.
No, was it Steve?
It was Steve,
mentioned that there was some glancing going over, and you denied that it had occurred.
Oh, maybe that's, You were with me then. Yeah.
Served down the tee, misses. But he looked directly at you. He said,
did.
and it was got a mouth, "Hi, Jill."
That's a bit far.
And Jill's got new phone, who this? As the second serve comes in. Onto the forehand of Alcaraz, cross court. Up the line goes Djokovic, cross court backhand from Alcaraz. Up the middle of the court for Djokovic, cross court forehand from Alcaraz. Takes the top of the net, just falls over. And in fact, it hit the bottom of the net on Djokovic's side and just stopped.
And rolled. It rolled. I actually think because it had so much airtime, we were all holding our breath off the let court. I think Djokovic, if that bounce, I think Djokovic would have had a play on it, but it hit part of the net and rolled
back onto the net, if you like, on Djokovic's side. So it did stop.
And Carlos put his hands up in apology, but Novak wasn't even looking at him. He had already turned it back to.
As Djokovic prepares. And the serve. Down the tee, misses. Second serve. And the serve. Onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Cross court. The middle of the court goes Djokovic. Cross court forehand from Alcaraz. Forehand to forehand we go. As Djokovic goes up the line. Slice backhand from Alcaraz. Shorter ball. Hot forehand again. He's missed to Djokovic. And it's gone wide. And it's 15-40 more break points here for Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah, this is already a little bit a different game from Alcaraz. We're starting to see more variety. He's not going toe-to-toe as much in this game against Djokovic. Every single ball was different, a little bit higher, heavier than the slice, which caused the unforced error from Novak.
Mind games, anyone?
With this time?
Tactically. No, tactically. How Carlos Alcaraz thinking his way through to make the change.
You have to have different plans. So I mean, luckily Carlos has so many tools to choose from to really change up the rhythm.
As the serve misses. Back by the Melbourne sign is Alcaraz. And the serve out wide. Alcaraz is there. Driven volley from Djokovic, and he's missed again. The backhand volley into the ad court goes wide. And it's a break of serve for Alcaraz. It's 2-1. And he's fist pumping, and the Spanish fans are on their feet. So he's over break in the second set. Djokovic the first 6-2. AO Radio live around the world, and Kate Kearns on the emails.
Jason from Wesley Chapel in Florida says, as always, a lovely 2 weeks of theatre of the mind. I heart Jay Cray and the entire team's insights. Cheers for this evening and for the past 2 weeks.
Is that a relative of Jill?
I don't know, Jill.
I don't have relatives in Florida.
But you've got fans.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
so
nice.
No, I was saying Peter. Peter was saying I was planning that whole statement.
Michael is listening to us from Germany. He says, hi, Down Under. I'm currently in the snowy woods close to Frankfurt in Germany. Don't want to miss a minute after this final. So during my Sunday jog, I've just put my earphones in to listen to the live broadcast. What a stunning match. I need to run my all-time fastest 10K to get back in front of the screen, but we'll continue to listen. He thinks that Carlos can still win this, but it's likely to go 5 sets.
All right. Well, have you got another one for us while we're in the area?
Yes, certainly do. We've got Kieran, who's listening from Ireland in the car, driving along he's on a 10-mile running race as well. My goodness, there's a lot of people out running on a Sunday morning. Loving the commentary. Wish the Irish team good luck in the Davis Cup versus Syria next week. Okay,
yep, Davis Cup ties happening. The tennis world rolls on from tomorrow. More tournaments. As the serve onto the backhand of Djokovic. Alcaraz up the middle of the court with the backhand. Backing up the line. Djokovic clean winner. Stepped in and hammered it. Good to see. It's love 15. And I think, actually, Kate will be, probably a bit envious, because if she wasn't here, she'd be doing a 10K, a 10-mile run.
She'll be doing like 100K, I think.
Yeah.
She's a machine.
She's a machine. She'll be back out there soon. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Just does them for fun.
I know.
Jill, fun. No. As the serve down the tees, an ace. It's 15 all. That is the 4th ace of the match for Alcaraz. And, well, he's just starting to get those first serve stats. I mean, they're pretty good as they stand right now. 72% first serves into play, winning 70% on the first ball, but just 22%, 2 of 9, when he has to play a second serve. The serve down the tee, blocked back by Djokovic. Short ball. Alcaraz goes up the line with his backhand. Djokovic is there, and the volley is, miscued from Alcaraz. He puts his hand up and said, no, that's not right. It's 15-30.
Wait, it came back so fast. Djokovic did well to stay up on the baseline, and he accelerated through that ball on the rise. I think Alcaraz was not ready for the power that Djokovic got on the forehand. I think he thought maybe with the flight of the ball, too, it was going to sail long. So got caught whether to hit it or almost pull his racket away.
Serve goes into the net. Second serve. Backhand from Djokovic goes cross-court and long, and he's just disappointed. Although interesting to note, just in the demeanour, obviously he won the first set 6-2, so good frame of mind. Whether he's actually, going to fire up, the yelling out again, getting demonstrative with his team. Yeah, Djokovic is what I'm talking about here. It's not there right now. But maybe if Alcaraz just starts to pull away a little bit, you might see it. The serve here onto the backhand of Djokovic. Middle of court, picked out by Alcaraz, and he'll play a cross-court forehand deep and too long, actually, in the juice court. So break-back point, 30-40.
I like the shot he was going for there, though. Still trying to get the heaviness on that ball. Just misfired it a little bit. It's the right shot to go for.
So now Alcaraz prepares. 52 minutes on the Rolex clock. The serve goes long. Second serve. Backhand cross court for Djokovic. Up the middle of the court goes Alcaraz. Back up that line. Djokovic, no, too big with the forehand. And we are at juice.
I know that. Can't believe he missed that ball. It was a great deep return. He got the short reply.
He's looking up at the President's Reserve, which is just above our commentary box. I wonder if he's looking at Rafa up there.
It's nice to see Rafa back.
It is. He did a thing on Kia Arena a little bit earlier today. Celebrating that partnership, which continues here in Australia as the serve Big cross-court forehand, too big from Djokovic, and a vamos from Alcaraz as he goes to advantage.
Big serve, a little bit more kick slice on that serve from Alcaraz. Just jumped up on Djokovic. Those are the ones that he is making consistently on Friday night, just slapping at that return, but that one sailed long.
As the serve goes into the net. Second serve. 54 minutes on the Rolex. To go to a 3-1 lead in the second set. Alcaraz prepares, serves. Backhand Djokovic cross court. Up the middle of the court goes Alcaraz. Off forehand from Djokovic. Alcaraz is there. Cross court and short. Up the line goes Djokovic. Alcaraz gets this ball too. Djokovic goes up the line. He's coming in. He's going to play a backhand volley. It's a drop volley. It sits up. Alcaraz goes up the line for a winner. Djokovic did get there. He had to slide across. And he says, vamos. It's 3-1 Alcaraz in the second set of the final.
That's amazing court coverage from both of these guys. Unbelievable stretch, and Djokovic almost got that last volley, but this could be a little bit of a difference from the semifinal to the final, because Alcaraz is the type of player that will get the crowd involved. Unlike Sinner, remember how the crowd was, I felt like it was so pro Djokovic in that semifinal, but Alcaraz will engage with the crowd and get a lot of it on his side. There's a lot of Spanish flags.
Thank you. Gosh, why would you want to go outside and get some refreshment? Go stay and watch the whole final, people. You should be scrambling your seats. Did you get a good seat for the first set?
I did. It went fast, so I stayed out there for like 5 games. And I had to come running back in.
Got all the luck as Djokovic serving. This clips the tape on the way through. Heard that on Matt's Effects mics.
Did you see me out there?
No.
Oh.
I was busy watching and dining to get myself ready.
Okay.
And then I'll be probably watching from a very good vantage point for the
I'll come with you.
set. Okay.
Yeah.
Serve here. Down the tee. Misses. Second serve. Jill just dying over here in the corner. Come on, Jill. Come on. We're almost there. The serve. Onto the backhand of Alcaraz up the line. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic. Sliced by Alcaraz into the ad court. Drop shot from Djokovic. Coming up the line is Alcaraz. He plays a drop shot. Djokovic is going to get there, though. Up the line he goes for a winner. He read it beautifully. He could see it coming. It's 15-love.
That's great wheels from Djokovic.
15-love.
I think Alcaraz just decided a little bit late to go for that drop shot. I feel like he was trying to fake Djokovic out, looked like he was about to hit it, and then went for the drop shot, and it just popped up too high. But it's still great movement from Novak.
As the serve comes in. And Djokovic prepares into the net. Second serve. Onto the backhand. He's serving bowling. Playing a low backhand volley drop. Oh, that's superb from Djokovic. He made up the ground so quickly. And then the presence of mind to throw the backspin on the dropper as well. It's 30-love.
Have such good touch. It wasn't a bad return from Alcaraz. I felt that since Novak kicked that serve, it just gave him so much time to get forward to the net, and so it had to be a really good dipper, and he got it low to the feet. Just great soft touch from Novak.
Oh, it's the closing speed for me. As the serve here down the tee misses from Djokovic.
It was the what? Sorry?
The closing speed to get there.
Yeah.
Near ball bouncing. Second serve. Alcaraz plays it backhand into the net. On the return, it's 40-love.
I feel like he loaded on that back leg a bit too late, Alcaraz. Sometimes you push on that back leg to get the depth and height, and just got it all wrong. Didn't quite judge the kick on that serve.
So now Djokovic prepares. And the serve. He's serving volleying again. This comes off the net from Alcaraz. The return. It landed in. Djokovic let it go. It just had enough when it checked off the net to drop inside the sideline on the ad courts.
It did look like it was flying wide with the flight of the ball.
Oh, wow.
But it was inside the line.
I can afford to smile a little bit at that one, Djokovic, because he's 40-15. He's serving at 1-3 in the second set. The serve from Djokovic. And the backhand from Alcaraz, deep near the baseline. Dug out by Djokovic, drop shot, Alcaraz into the nets. And Djokovic holds, but he's still down a break. It is 3-2 Alcaraz, second set. After Djokovic took the first 6-2, the men's singles final here on AO Radio. And Kate Kearns has more emails.
I certainly do. Jeez, Pete.
What were you doing?
I was actually reading it out, but just to myself, which is not great. But Joanne has written to us. She said, as a blind listener and local blind tennis player, it's great to witness that the blind and low vision tennis is featuring on AO this year, which it has. Go Norlay, supporting you all the way from Adelaide. And she says, what are we going to do with our lives after tomorrow?
Sleep.
Well, Joanne, we will just continue on as best we can.
Sleep.
Adam is listening to us from Jamaica. I'm watching in the middle of the night. Says, we're here in Jamaica. My wife is a rotating tennis pro at a resort. The AO radio field is allowing her to sleep while I watch on TV. Of course, he's tuned in, listening to us. And the whole syncing thing, Pete, everyone's onto it. They've worked it out, and I'm receiving emails just letting me know that being able to do the sync thing.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Matt, who's sitting up there with you, would be very happy about that fact as well, and can explain it a whole of a lot better than I can. So you can provide that personalised tech support throughout the final. Across the hour mark here for the final, midway through the second set. First set going to Novak Djokovic. There's our Alcaraz serving from our end of the courts, and his first serve is going long. Second serve. And the serve, Djokovic plays middle of the court. Forehand there from Alcaraz. And forehand up the line from Alcaraz. Well, he's just in the middle of the court. Didn't even have to move, and he played the winner at 15 love.
Still makes it look so easy. And I feel like compared to the first set, he's not trying to press or hit it as hard.
Yeah.
He's just making sure he chooses a little bit of smarter shot, but he looks just a little bit more relaxed going through the ball.
As the serve comes in, down the tee, forehand picked up by Djokovic, and it goes long, well long. Alcaraz actually had to duck out of the way of it, and it's 30 love. And this is like gold for Alcaraz now. Just cycle through some service games, keep trading, and he's got a one-set all on his hands. As we wait for the serve to come in. Down the tee's an ace. And it's 40 love.
Great spot. Completely had Djokovic guessing the wrong way. Novak was protecting the out wide serve. And at the last moment, Alcaraz able to just flatten it out down the tee.
You know you've got a good final tonight when all the notes have tables everywhere. Backhand is going to go long from Djokovic off the return. Alcaraz holds. It's 4-2 now in the second set of the final.
I was reading all that, and I just, there were so many records and potential things and being broken, or it was so many graphs.
I know, this is the hard part. You sort of go, oh, we got to go to the graphs. Yeah, roads to finals, career Grand Slams. There's what I'm looking for. It's kind of buried in all of the information that we get. We get so much data. Serve for Djokovic, and it misses long.
It's great, though. We just got to weed it all out.
We just got to get to it. That's a problem. The second serve. Backhand picked up here. Alcaraz goes into the net. He's too far back to be playing that sort of ball without the shape. And it's 15 love.
Well, it's one of those things you have to adjust to. I mean, he's actually being more successful as he's standing further back. But if the serve does come a little bit shorter, you just got to make those adjustments to the ball. And Alcaraz just waited on that return.
So the serve comes in. And we wait. Djokovic down the tee, misses. Second serve. And the serve. Onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Cross court. Backhand to backhand they go. He's pulled that wide, Djokovic. And it's 15 all.
Very good return, just so high, heavy, and deep. And Novak's strategy is to take everything on the rise, try and hit everything hard, take advantage of the point, and it's tough to be aggressive on that type of deep ball.
So the serve here from Djokovic. And the serve comes in, out wide, full stretch. Alcaraz managed to get that back nice and deep. Now he's running into the ad court, playing up the line. Oh my goodness. He covered that ground so well. And it's 15-30.
Wow, that was absolutely outstanding from Alcaraz on the full stretch. You could hear his sneaker, his foot just slide on the hard court. What strength to be able to redirect that down the line.
Well, the return was impressive too on the stretch the other side. I don't know if I'm liking that one. Serve from Djokovic down the tee, forehand from Alcaraz into the ad court, backhand into the net from Djokovic. And just feel that level coming down ever so slightly, Jill. It's 15-40.
But a lot of balls just coming back in play now, and on the return as well in this particular game. And again, on the stretch, on the forehand return, Alcaraz not trying to overplay, just being able to feel and place the ball with good depth.
There's the serve. Djokovic blocked back by Alcaraz, floating ball long. 30-40.
Alcaraz just trying to chip that back, just lost control. Good placement from Djokovic. Took a little off that first serve.
Yep. So Djokovic prepares. And the serve. Down the tee. Forehand picked up by Alcaraz. Cross-court forehand. Djokovic into the nets. He's made the error. And it's a 5-2 lead now for Carlos Alcaraz. He'll serve for the second set next. Here on AO Radio, live around the world. And here's Kate Kearns with more emails.
Well, I have two sisters listening from England. One in Brighton. That's Eliza. And her sister Sarah is listening from Exeter. Thanks for the thrilling commentary and all the friendly banter.
Ah,
that's lovely. And Diana's from Cyprus. Thanks for your superb commentary. I will definitely miss the early mornings with AO Radio, having brunch with the men's final, and every point is so intense. It certainly is. So excited to see the result of this historic match. Thanks again, AO team.
So are we. Just saying.
Max is listening from Seattle. Says, I'm in bed. It's 2:30 in the morning and really visualising this game thanks to your stellar play-by-play commentary.
Oh, well, we try. We aim to please.
And Marie is listening from St. Catherine in Jamaica. We've had a few from Jamaica.
Jamaica is one of our most popular countries.
And just discovered the Sync TV option tonight, enjoying the coverage. And she said Djokovic is playing so very well. I'm having flashbacks to post-2011 Djokovic versus Nadal trauma. She's going for Alcaraz to win this evening.
Thank you, Kate. And hello to everyone watching us on our YouTube stream, as you have been throughout the tournament. Just waving to the camera now. Carlitos has been waiting for a good 30 seconds for Novak to walk out. Novak taking plenty of time, just making Alcaraz think. It's 5-2. He's serving to level things up at 1 set apiece. There's a serve. Onto the forehand, Djokovic cross-court up the line goes. Alcaraz, he's missed. Great angle on the return from Djokovic. It's love 15.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. I do agree with you, Peter, that maybe Novak's level just dipped in that last game. There were a couple of quick forehand mistakes, I think, into the net that I was surprised. Yeah.
So we wait now for the serve to come in from Alcaraz. The serve out wide misses. Second serve. Djokovic will be on the baseline. Backhand to there. He's going long. When you were courtside, Jill, what was the atmosphere in terms of the weather? Was it windy?
It was a little windy, yeah. And where Djokovic is now, the wind was behind him a little bit. It doesn't look windy right now because you can see it on their shirts sometimes, their shirts fluttering in the wind. But it was a little bit breezy at the start of the match, but it looks like it's died down. It was cool.
Yeah. There's a serve here. Alcaraz cross-court forehand from Djokovic. He's put that wide. And I hope that Steve Pearce isn't having the plat du jour at the moment in the restaurant. because he might have to run back.
It's just it's an hour and 8 minutes right now into the match and almost done with the second set, it seems. 2 points away, Alcaraz.
As the serve down the tee, put up here by Djokovic. Alcaraz will put that away, the +1. And it's set points here for the world number one, 40-15.
Perfect placement on the serve again, the 10th forehand winner from Alcaraz.
You know, Mark wouldn't have been eating in the restaurant. He would have loaded up before the final started. He's ready to go. Alcaraz prepares the serve down the tee, picked up Djokovic into the nets. We are at 1 set all in the men's singles final. 1 hour and 9 minutes. Djokovic, well, he slowly walked to the chair. A bit more purpose for Carlos Alcaraz. Djokovic picking up his bags. And he is going to leave the court for a bathroom break. A fist pump from Alcaraz to his team as he's just taken the second set 6-2. And we are at 1 set all in the final. So a bit of time on our hands to facilitate the changes. I hope that's Mark. Steve's just got indigestion.
But they're both ready to go. They're both here and ready to go.
He's been slamming down food like there's no tomorrow, realising that he's had to get
I don't think
quickly.
they think we'd see you guys so soon, but here you are. It happened very fast. Yeah, two sets, just an hour and 10 minutes. Yes,
I'm going to let you
leaving me.
You do some analysis, have a chat with Kate, and then Steve will jump in.
Well, I was going to look over the stats that are on the screen right now. It's amazing that is completely flip-flopped. 11 unforced errors from Djokovic, just 5 from Alcaraz, so he really cleaned up those unforced errors off the ground and just seemed like Alcaraz picked up the energy. There was a moment in that second set where I mentioned that he really, once he broke, lifted and got the crowd involved, and I think that's a big difference from that semifinal where Sinner is just so calm and composed, where Alcaraz is going to engage the crowd, and so he's going to be looking to fire up the crowd, get him on the side, and I really feel like that made a little bit of a difference in that second set. And I do feel like Novak's energy just dropped a little bit. Welcome back, Steve. It was quick.
Thanks, Jill. Yeah, it was just time for a quick sit-down, cup of coffee, and then we're back.
Here you're back.
It's just moving at a million miles an hour, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's good stuff, though.
Yeah. Well, we're in for a long one, I think. Maybe a little bit longer, but I'll let you.
You are
reunite with Mark.
See you in half an hour. That's what it feels like right at the moment. Thanks. So Jill Krabus exiting the commentary box. 1 hour and 11 minutes on Rod Laver Arena, and we're locked up at 1 set all. Kate.
Hey Steve, Kira and Aaron are listening from Ireland, enjoying the great commentary on a road trip to County Kerry. Divided car here, with one of us shouting for Carlos and one shouting for Novak. Hopefully keep things nice, because I'm not sure how long that trip will take. And Lynn is listening to us from Alberta in Canada, watching the YouTube channel because it's so fun watching the commentators. Might want to just give Lynn a wave there, Steve. It's 2:50 a.m. and -4 degrees in central Alberta, Canada. Yes,
shows some good staying power.
Yep, Lynn is hoping that Alcaraz will get over the line tonight. Thanks for a lovely 2 weeks.
Terrific.
And Kate, we're just seeing on the monitors that Carlos has had a lengthy discussion with John Blum, the central chair umpire, and Carlos is trying to find Craig Tiley there, potentially something about the roof. Carlos feels like it's only open a small bit.
I think he wants it open more, doesn't he?
More or less. So he's talking to Wayne McEwen right now on court.
Just at the side of the court.
All right, Roger, Novak, 3 minutes remaining.
Just try to be lip reading, but we'll try and pick it up.
Maybe Carlos is looking to have the roof either opened fully or slightly closed, and Wayne will be telling him the rain potentially on the way, so it's closed a lot more than usual, so then it won't take as long for it to close if it does potentially rain. It has been a little bit ugly outside.
Yeah, it's been a windy, cold day.
Yeah.
It hasn't rained a great deal. I was just having a look at the radar now on it's on Bridport, because I'm going there at the weekend in Tasmania, so that's of no use.
It's 3 degrees.
Yeah, no, that's
beautiful.
Northern Tasmania for Barnbougle. Wonderful golf course.
Hello.
I know. But really, what we needed on is Melbourne. Would be much more handy for what we're trying to do here, wouldn't it? So let's have a look at the map. 2 minutes remaining with Djokovic off the court.
There's a little bit of...
there are some showers around. So if we pause it on exactly now, there's some very light showers going through around Melbourne. So I think and this is it's not actually unprecedented, Mark, is it? We have had quite a few matches over the years that we've had this roof, which obviously is going back to like 88, where the roof has not been fully open because organisers kind of want to pounce as soon as something starts coming through.
Take your seats. Mr. Djokovic is returning and play will resume. Thank you.
Well done, well said, John.
John Blondin in the chair tonight. As you would have heard, Novak Djokovic is coming back out onto court with his bag. It's a little bathroom break. And prowling around on the baseline is Carlos Alcaraz, ready to get this third set underway. 1 set all on AO Radio. It is bang on 9 o'clock on Sunday night. And we are all set up for what already has been a terrific encounter, but shapes as a real humdinger of the next 3 sets to decide this Australian Open title
Novak Djokovic to serve
for 2026. Novak Djokovic then, who in that last set there was just that huge net cord at 1 game all when he was serving at 15 all, and it seemed to change the entire path of that second set. Eventually broken again and lost it 6-2, but shook his concentration. He just hit a couple of poor shots straight after that and was broken in the blink of an eye and never recovered. So he's got a chance to reset here after an hour and a quarter, and serving to Alcaraz's backhand, rocks back, plays the forehand. Djokovic trying to reset into that form line that he had in the opening set when he took control of that one on the run. Alcaraz making the forehand, making Djokovic play one more shot backhand into the net from the serve.
So we get a really good bird's eye view now. We witnessed how good Djokovic was in that opening set. A set's gone by, and now we'll get to see if he can match a similar level. Alcaraz has definitely lifted his game and his intensity and his purpose.
Djokovic at love 15 serves. The backhand from Alcaraz lands pretty deep, and Djokovic rocking back, plays the off forehand, but played it too wide into the tram lines.
Already opening service game, a little bit of trouble here for Djokovic. Love 30, not the ideal start.
Far from it.
Yeah, taking a bit of time off the court there for the change of clothes. Got to switch on early.
Love 30. Couple of ball bounces. Novak's ready. Serves. Carlos surprised by that serve down the middle. Drop shot from Djokovic. Alcaraz does get there. Djokovic puts up the high lob. Alcaraz running back, plays the tweener through his legs, covered off with the overhead by Djokovic. Brilliant.
And Alcaraz is almost up Djokovic's baseline. Boy, that guy is quick. He is quick. That was a great drop shot from Djokovic.
Wowzers. That was a terrific drop shot and a really good lob as well, because Djokovic had to think his way through that. Put up the backhand lob. Alcaraz did brilliantly to stay in the point as well. Tweener through the legs. Still wasn't an easy overhead for Djokovic.
Difficult volley, that one. He hit it soft enough that Alcaraz couldn't run it down.
15-30 for his second serve. 46 points apiece in the match to this point. Couldn't be closer. Djokovic serves. Miss hit from Alcaraz. He's going to fly long and thud into our commentary box window. And so Djokovic just digging his way out of what was a slightly awkward position there at love 30. Gets it back to 30 all.
Yeah, that love 30 point there, a telling one for this game.
Critical hold of serve here, having just dropped the second set 6-2. Just trying to change the momentum in this final again here, Novak Djokovic, and we saw he can do that. We've seen it so many times over the last 18 years or so, but we also saw it against Jannik Sinner on Friday night into Saturday morning, and he holds there for 40-30.
He's been very effective with that sliding serve out wide, but it's not only the target, it's the variation in pace. Sometimes he's gone around the 185, 187 kilometres. That one was 177, and he has gone slower. So the target is there, but also the variation in speed is the difficult thing.
Djokovic goes down the middle. Alcaraz saw that one coming with the forehand, and Djokovic can only bit tamely put a forehand into the net himself.
Yeah, he didn't really commit to that strike there, Djokovic. Just a little bit passive. He needs to make sure that he unloads in that situation. He has to be super, super aggressive.
Roof still open. A couple of showers around, but it's open at the moment. As Djokovic serves down the middle, Alcaraz does well on the backhand to get this back. Djokovic opens up with a big forehand. Just the weight of shots and the area that he hit it into was perfect from Novak.
And that's what he has to do on that forehand and continue to do. He gets a little bit of time. He has to be aggressive. He's got to make sure that shot has got to hurt Alcaraz. Got to put him in trouble and force a mistake.
Game point again for Djokovic. Opening game of the third set. Serves just long. Steve Pearce, Mark Helawati, Kate Kearns with you on AO Radio. Peter Mercado, Jill Krabus. The rest of the commentary team, they'll be back for the fourth and fifth sets, if we get a fifth. Backhand's now low over the net. Up the line goes Djokovic. A bit more pace on that from Alcaraz. Djokovic having to work to stay in it. But Alcaraz nets the forehand, trying the change of direction again. And Djokovic holds, not without a fight, but he does hold for one love in the third.
That's a very, very big hold there from love 30. And the interesting part with the roof as well, normally when the roof is fully retracted, it's about a 10 to 12 minute wait when the roof gets closed. With it being like this, it'll probably only be a couple of minutes, which is good. Yeah. So even that may be a little bit of a something in the story.
Yep, absolutely. It's obviously caught Alcaraz's eye. I'm sure it's caught Djokovic's eye. It does affect the conditions here if this becomes an indoor match, or if it was an indoor match the whole way through. We are open to the elements, maybe not as much as you get sometimes, but we are open to the elements for this Sunday night men's singles final for 2026. All right, little breather there. Now Alcaraz ready to go. Love one. A couple of people just taking their seats behind Novak Djokovic. Come on, hurry up, sit down. Alcaraz serves. Backhand from Djokovic goes right back at him. Not much depth on it. Pretty short balls from Novak, so no problems at the moment for Alcaraz. Doesn't do too much with this, though, so Djokovic can go a little bit deeper. Slice from Alcaraz. Great depth from Djokovic. Repelled by Alcaraz. He's just hanging in there, the Spaniard, as Djokovic is moving him around. Puts a bit more into that backhand. Alcaraz forced to defend. Reaches down low, and that's a brilliant pass from Alcaraz.
Wow. Let's just frame that, and that just goes down into the backhand Hall of Fame of the way to play a backhand.
Cross court, low over the nets as Djokovic advanced. Outstanding, just dipped over the net, gave the Serb not a hope.
So strong out wide, Alcaraz.
No, well, they both are. Alcaraz serves, finds the net.
It's just interesting that it was Djokovic who was dictating the pace of that rally.
But Alcaraz takes the point. Onto the backhand of Djokovic this time. Back and low over the net centrally. Now change of direction from Alcaraz on the forehand. Big fist pump from him as he takes control of this service game at 30 love.
Yeah, that first shot from Alcaraz just caught Djokovic going one way and then the other. He wasn't set with his feet. A little bit off balance, and then at will, Alcaraz could choose his direction, left or right, and went to the open court for the winner.
Spaniards ready, serves, goes out wide. Djokovic does well with the first forehand. Opposite corner, that's brilliant from Alcaraz. Defensive ball goes up, rocking back to play the overhead. Alcaraz got that just about right. Novak had a play, but he couldn't get it back over the net.
There's definitely a lot more of positivity physically with his body language, Alcaraz, now. Almost every point that he's winning, he's checking his team and giving him the fist pump.
which is a reminder of how he turned that match around against Zverev the other day. There was a lot of positive language, getting the crowd involved, not one just catching the net cord. You would have heard that. 40 love. Multiple points for 1-all. 8 of 11 at the net for Alcaraz, 5 of 9 for Djokovic. His second serve here for Djokovic to have a look at. He'll probably have a swing at this, you would think, at 40 love with Alcaraz. Big forehand.
Yeah, got nowhere near the court, unfortunately, for Novak. And the celebration is pretty extravagant for the opening game of the third set from Carlos Alcaraz. Every game critical right now as we start to work our way towards the business end of this match. 1 game all in the third set. 1 set all.
It feels like Alcaraz is slightly lifting his level, and unfortunately Djokovic has just dropped just a little bit. Hasn't been able to maintain just the tactical heat that he displayed in the opening set.
But we know he can get there, so it's just a matter of raising it again. And I'm sure that's in Novak's plans as he serves out wide. Thought he'd made that. Was halfway through a celebration until he realised it was called out.
Alcaraz a long way back to return this second serve.
Serve here goes to the back, went for the body of Alcaraz as he struggled to get out of the way of a drop shot from Novak. He saw that Alcaraz, as you said, Mark, was miles behind the baseline, and well, if there's ever a simple drop shot, that was it.
Yeah, and that's the play that Alcaraz does so well. He notices the returner a long way back and they land it short. He goes with the drop shot. Good awareness, Novak.
15 love. Serving this time down the middle. Alcaraz got a read on that and is very much in this point with the cross-court backhands now. Again, low over the net. Djokovic changes the direction. Alcaraz happy to cover that off. He's not going to cover that off, though. Whoa, that was like a bullet from Novak.
And I really like that from Djokovic. As soon as the ball sits up a little bit higher in the centre of the court, he's flushing that forehand straight up the line. Shortest target. And even if Alcaraz gets racket on ball, he's on full stretch with the one hand. It's not going to be as effective.
Djokovic serving at 30 love. Alcaraz gets this back cross court. Novak scurrying back into centre position, plays a backhand cross. So does Alcaraz up the line. Alcaraz can't control that, skidding to play the forehand. Djokovic is raising his level again here. The weight of shot, the bossing in the rally, taking control of the points. 40 love.
It's a much better game so far from Djokovic. That's exactly what he's got to do. He's got to dictate play. Can't be pushed around. Make the youngster run.
Yeah, he's only 22. Serving here, just out wide, too wide from Djokovic. Caught the tape on the way through as well. Well, that's a lot of ball bounces this time. Djokovic ready, serves down the middle, brilliant.
Djokovic.
That is a very, very good service game from Novak Djokovic. Just when questions were being asked and just when people were thinking, well, amongst us as well, you know, can he get back to that level of the first set? Well, I think he just showed us right there he can.
Yeah, that's the master at work right there. He's just tapped into his bag of experience. Great serving, and not only the serving, it's the he's calling out to his team there for maybe some food, some extra snacks.
Kate.
Steve, Donald, Rebecca, Emma and Jonathan are listening in the car on the way back to Nairobi from the Masai Mara. And they're all
it's a long
going
drive from Melbourne?
No, to Nairobi from the Masai.
Oh, okay.
And they're all barracking for Alcaraz, and Lil is listening in from Copenhagen, Denmark. Says, thanks for the great commentary. Have been listening to AO Radio for years now. Can't watch that match, so thanks for allowing me to feel like I'm actually there at Rod Laver Arena. It's going to feel empty tomorrow. Hope Carlos wins.
Will certainly be empty tomorrow.
And we've had Steve, we've had quite a few emails just asking about the roof and who that would favour if it is closed. And it is closed, or almost closed. Is that right?
It's open at the moment. It's sort of in that a third open position that we've seen quite a few times over the years.
Rightio.
I'm interested to know whether in the Masai Mara there was plenty of game, though. I don't know if that was on the email. Anyway, we'll check. I would hope they had a good day of safari.
They could get back to us, Jonathan, if you could, let us know.
That'd be great, Jonathan. Thank you.
So, Carlos Alcaraz getting this game underway here. Djokovic doing brilliantly to stay in the point there. Alcaraz.
Oh,
no way. And Alcaraz still wins the point. Djokovic taking that ball right around the net post. Alcaraz still equal to it.
Wow. What did we just witness there? That was a great first serve and a reply. And the defensive skills from Djokovic.
He would have thought that was a winner every day. Hit that flat right around the net post on the run. It skidded near the baseline, and still Alcaraz, cool as a cucumber.
Wow. This next
made the winner.
The next point's going to hurt, that's for sure. It's going to be short.
Serving into the net.
Djokovic, get close to the baseline, please. Here we go. He's stepping forward.
Feels like that point was worth 2 points. Serving onto the backhand, Djokovic goes cross-court. Nicely picked up by Alcaraz. On the run, he goes with the forehand. So does Djokovic down the line. Then they settle back cross-court. Both players behind the baseline. Back centrally now. Big, expansive off forehand from Alcaraz. But he bit off more than he could chew there.
That's a big win right there for Djokovic after that long point. And heartbreaking point. He was the one that forced Alcaraz to really push the envelope there and do too much on that short ball forehand. Well, the heat in the kitchen's just gone up a couple of 100 degrees right now.
That's right. Started in that last game, didn't it, with Djokovic?
Yeah.
And it's very much carried into this one here. I don't think Djokovic too disheartened by losing that point. I mean, he couldn't say that he didn't throw everything at it, and still Alcaraz came out on top. Right at the body of Djokovic. He did well to actually keep that in the court. To the forehand then. Alcaraz with a couple of forehands down the line. Djokovic then back cross court. Staying on the cross court. Alcaraz pushing Djokovic into the mistake that he wanted. Djokovic going too long on the backhand.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with that change of game style from Djokovic. He is still maintaining, being aggressive, staying close to the court, trying not to get bullied. Not easy to do when you're facing Alcaraz and the weight of his forehands and backhands. Alcaraz at 30-15, 1-2, third set.
Serves into the net. Second serve onto the forehand of Djokovic. Here comes another forehand from the Serb, keeping that same depth, same attack. Back cross court goes Alcaraz. He's happy on that angle. Djokovic changes it, looks for the baseline, finds it. And the miss hit from Carlos. 30 all.
30 all.
Well done. Well done from Djokovic. Great change of direction. He's looking for that forehand at every opportunity to skip around the backhand wing.
And you can hear from the noise inside Rod Laver that everybody is thinking in their heads now, big point here. 1-2, third set, 30 all. And hear the chants of Nole. There is no shortage of Serbian and Novak Djokovic support inside Melbourne Park today. Alcaraz serves very centrally, but just long.
Struggled on the first serve this game. It's given Djokovic a lot of second serves to return.
Second serve onto the backhand. Djokovic, does he keep that in the court? He does, near the baseline. Goes up the line. Alcaraz defensively hammering into this is Djokovic. Alcaraz is there again, still there. Digs that out. Djokovic goes back cross court. Forehand, brilliant angle from Alcaraz, and Djokovic stumbling, ends up running up the tunnel.
Well, that's a signature forehand from Alcaraz. On the run to that forehand, he just somehow finds amazing angle, landing it in the service box and putting Djokovic almost into the city. At the door of the front door of the Hyatt. Who needs a courtesy car home? Boy, oh boy. Djokovic was in control all but that last shot of the rally.
Some great points in this game already, but Alcaraz has the chance to close it out for 2-all. He serves, finds the net. Camera pit just about full, as you would expect for this men's final. Serving here, Alcaraz out wide. Djokovic really got a great pickup from Alcaraz on the half volley. And Djokovic playing one more shot. The opportunity, such as it was, a half chance, slips by as he puts a forehand cross court wide. 2 games all, third sets.
And Djokovic just going over his towel. He looks a little bit gassed.
He'll be fine.
A little bit out of breath, understandably so. Taking a little bit longer between the points. He's had to work hard the last 2 games.
He'll be using the full 25 seconds as it ticks down here. Rafa showing his appreciation for this contest. We're remembering all the battles that he had out here, notably that 2012 battle with Novak that went 6 odd hours, didn't it? Seem to remember getting home and it was certainly light the next morning by the time it did. Right, here goes Novak serving into the net, 2-all. The buzz and a little bit of a hush around Rod Laver Arena now. Just going through that bouncy routine as Djokovic serves a double.
Love 15.
Bit of a sloppy start to this 5th game here.
A little fatigued second serve there after a long time. He's moving a little bit slower. Good sign for Alcaraz. He'll be definitely glued in to the body language of Djokovic.
So Djokovic settles himself again and serves at love 15. Takes Alcaraz out wide, gets the short ball, should put this away. No, Alcaraz is there. Awkward half volley pick up for Djokovic. Down the line, Alcaraz. Really good. Djokovic moved across to try and make the volley, but it was dipping low by the net.
Love 30.
And he couldn't do anything with the forehand. Love 30.
Unfortunately, that for Djokovic, that approach shot was a little bit too much centre up the court. And Alcaraz did a good job in getting the ball to bounce before Djokovic. That slows his half volley down.
Absolutely.
Can't hit it with as much pace. And then Alcaraz at will had left, right, had lob as well if he needed to. Djokovic just had to guess. Love 30.
Djokovic serves, he finds the net. Danger moments here for the 10-time champion.
And Alcaraz retreating a long way back here. He's going to go high and deep on this return.
Djokovic serves onto the forehand. It is high and deep. And then flattened out by Alcaraz. Djokovic there with his own forehand.
15,
and Alcaraz
30.
just pushing too long. Just pushing too long, looking for the baseline. 50. Big moment for Novak there. Love 40 would have been very testing at this stage of the contest. However, 15-30 looks a lot better.
Alcaraz got exactly what he wanted. Had that opportunity.
Djokovic, so that one caught the tape, but it's still a first service, so can just go through the whole reset. No serve clock counting down, so he can just take his time here. Bounce. Okay, ready. Djokovic goes. Backhand, good from Alcaraz. Up the line. He knew he'd missed it straight away, Novak. The shot was there. He was trying for the quick win, the change of direction, which he is so good at. But you can't get it right every time. And on this occasion, straight into the tram lines, and it's double break point for Alcaraz for a 3-2 lead in the third. Djokovic serving out wide. Alcaraz again gets a good read on this and on the run plays a backhand, forcing Djokovic back. Expansive forehand. Djokovic is broken.
Alcaraz moving the serve around brilliantly there. And Djokovic forced to take on an all-or-nothing cross-court forehand. Went wide into the tram lines. And it's a break of serve to Carlos Alcaraz. And he has his nose ahead in the match.
And he is really making this a physical battle with Djokovic, and just watching Djokovic at the change of ends, trying to recover as much as possible. He looks like he's worked very, very hard in these opening 3 sets.
Well,
maybe the toll is taking its toll.
Yep. But, we've seen Novak get a second, third and fourth win during matches before. So we'd fully expect him to be able to physically hang in here for quite a bit longer. We're an hour and 38 minutes on court. But, of course, his semi-final match against Jannik Sinner did finish yesterday, albeit
early.
Whatever it was, 1:45 in the morning, Saturday morning. So he hasn't had a lot of recovery time from that.
And it was just noticeable after the Alcaraz service game. He took a little bit longer going to this towel, double faulted, didn't really get much leg drive out of it. And that last point, as soon as he was caught wide, he just went Hail Mary there. He had to just hit that ball as hard as he could and hope it would land in and wouldn't come back. So really good sign from Alcaraz there. Serving with a break.
And trying to consolidate that break of serve now that he's got in this third set. If you're just joining us, it's 1-all in the men's final. Alcaraz serves. Backhand from Djokovic is going to land long.
15 love.
Mark Hilawati, Kate Kearns and Steve Pearce with you here in commentary. Peter Mercado and Jill Krabas also. On our final night of the 2026 Championship. 15 love here for the Spaniard. Serves, forehand from Djokovic, pretty good depth on that, rocking back. Alcaraz plays a nothing forehand, stays in the point though. Drop shot from Djokovic, plays that really well. Alcaraz gets there, up goes the lob from Djokovic, lands in. Alcaraz got there to play her forehand, which would have been outrageous if he'd made it, but he completely mistimed it. There was one bounce into the net.
Good little change up there from Djokovic. Couple of big ground strokes and then sliding the racket under for the drop shot. It'd be nice to see Alcaraz just defend that one and make Djokovic go again with another shot.
You can't go to the well too often, but he could probably throw in a few more, Djokovic, just to break things up a bit. This pattern seems to be favouring Alcaraz just a bit at the moment. On the run, Djokovic with a huge forehand down the line, but missed it.
And Alcaraz is hurting Djokovic with that wide ball out to the forehand wing. Last couple of times Djokovic on the run has really just gone big on that shot. It's almost like, get me out of here on that forehand. He seems to be good on the backhand defence.
30-15, Alcaraz serves a fault. He was looking for the wide serve at 202 kilometres per hour. Second serve, that one is going to clip the tape, and it's a double. Bit of a surprise for Carlos to throw that one in at that point, his second for the match.
Right, this one is so important for Djokovic here.
Had a few of these big points, haven't we, in the last couple of games?
It's like the last 27.
30 all.
I feel like he really needs to get a good purchase on this return of serve. What pattern is Alcaraz going to serve that?
Goes out wide. Djokovic makes the forehand, but it left the court wide open. Perfect from Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah, that's the way to snuff out any pressure right there. It's a quality sliding serve out wide. Full stretch. Djokovic still can't control and get much depth on that ball. It's a perfect 1-2 when you really, really need it at 30 all.
Alcaraz serving then, 40-30, right at the body of Djokovic. It does land in. Djokovic on the run. He can't do anything with that. He was too far back, and it was too good from Carlos Alcaraz. Out to his backhand wing. Djokovic dumped it into the net. Alcaraz consolidates the break of serve.
Again, just watching Djokovic at the towel there. Because his body language is a little bit exhausted.
It is right now.
Yeah. He's got to be careful that he doesn't want to show his opponent.
Well, Carlos is looking, in contrast, very fresh.
Yeah.
After his 5 hour, 27 minutes semi-final. So, Djokovic to serve now 2-4 down the far end. It's a must-hold as far as this set goes. Goes out wide. Alcaraz meets it with a forehand into the opposite corner. Alcaraz does brilliantly to make Djokovic play one more shot. But the off-forehand winner, Djokovic put it away beautifully.
Well, this is going to be, has to be a massive response from Djokovic. He's got to somehow get some inroads.
Needs a love hold first.
Yeah.
Djokovic ready now, serves, goes down the middle. Alcaraz is reading the Djokovic serve pretty well at the moment. Slammed by Djokovic there, skidding to defend. Alcaraz, he does really well with a couple of backhands to stay in the point, and then a chopped forehand keeps him in it again. Djokovic having to play multiple shots just to stay in it. Alcaraz makes this low down by the net, around the net post. Again goes Djokovic, and again Alcaraz finds the winner.
He is everywhere.
Take 2 for Novak around the net post, and take 2 for Carlos. He wins both points.
Wow, and we look at Djokovic at the other end. He is exhausted. He's worked so hard at that point, and Alcaraz just staring him down there.
The defensive qualities of Carlos Alcaraz were on show for everyone to see there. How, like, about 6 balls, almost nobody else on tour, maybe Sinner, would have got back.
Yeah, and the respect there with Djokovic giving him the thumbs up. Physically, he showed him the thumbs up, but internally, I'm sure he wasn't too happy with it.
Far from it. He'd much rather be at 30 love. Anyway, it's 15-all. Djokovic serving. Looks to go down the middle. Alcaraz again gets a racket on this, but this time Djokovic gets the short put away. Alcaraz guessed, but he guessed wrong.
And that's a champion's response right there. The disappointment, the physical exertion of that last point, and then it's first serve and a big first forehand. Almost snuffs out that last point.
Almost. Still feeling it a bit.
It'll be on the highlights reel.
It will.
That one will, that last point won't.
30-15. Serves down the middle. This time it's an ace. This time Carlos did not get the read, and it feels like that's about the first time he hasn't got a racket on a Djokovic serve for about 4 service games.
Oh, he's really responded.
Djokovic out to 40-15, looking to close out this and get to 4-3. Or 3-4 while he's serving, of course. Djokovic goes out wide. Alcaraz gets this, but it flies long, so that is a great response from the serve. Really solid service game, and Alcaraz still with the break of serve will serve next at 4-3. 1 set all. Kate.
Katrina and Jane are listening on the beach in Brazil, which sounds very nice. Can't put down the broadcast to get into the water, however. It's so riveting, this match. Indeed it is. And Mark is listening from Malta, listening in on a sunny morning here while watering the plants. It feels very historic today. As someone over 40, I'm siding with Djokovic. And thanks very much for your commentary. Oh, and here's one from Cog.
Oh, Cog. Hello,
yes.
Cog.
Well, of course, Cog used to work as part of the AO radio alumni.
It was an important part of the wheel, wasn't it?
Very much so. He's travelling in Vietnam at the moment and has loved listening to the coverage while abroad. Currently enjoying a drink and looking over miles and miles of rice paddies, which sounds absolutely lovely.
Very nice. Thanks, Cog. Lovely to hear from you, Cog.
Yeah, hope all is well, Cog. And Gabby Wood is listening from Milan in Italy. And on a Sunday morning stroll. Thanks for the fantastic commentary. Great match so far. I'm a Sinner fan, but going for Nole today.
All right. Well, there's a fair bit of support for Nole, both around the world and in Rod Laver Arena. He's going to need all of it. Thanks for all your messages. Do keep them coming through to Kate. We'll keep coming to those messages at the change of ends when we can. So Alcaraz to serve at 4-3 in this third set. 1 set all. That one's just wide.
This is the game that I feel that Djokovic has really got to take a big step forward here.
Well, he's very near the baseline and almost on it to return that serve there onto the forehand, trying to force Alcaraz back. Very near the baseline. Alcaraz is equal to everything at the moment. Picks that one up almost on the half volley. Djokovic pushing, pressing. Goes down the forehand wing. Again, Alcaraz defends. Into the Kia sign goes Djokovic.
Well, his defensive skills, his counter-attack skills, Alcaraz, the greatest going around right now. Djokovic is just controlling the point, and he is just there, weathering the storm. And then being able to put that little slice cross-court, short, angled. And that just brought Djokovic forward.
Not what Djokovic wanted, though, the lengthy rallies from the back of the court. But the defence of Carlos Alcaraz is on full show tonight. There's the drop shot from him, and that's really good. He absolutely knifed that drop shot. It was beautifully struck. Djokovic, no chance.
And again, a deep position to return from Djokovic. The ball lands short. Alcaraz is in with the drop shot.
Word over to the coaching pod as he prepares to return here. Big forehand from Djokovic. Alcaraz goes back behind him. Djokovic goes for everything cross-court, and this time it comes off. Beautifully struck. Forehand cross-court, landing half in.
And that's what Alcaraz is doing to the Djokovic ground strokes. He's just shrinking the court and not allowing Djokovic any room to land the ball in. He's got to try to hit it on the outside of the line. Wow. Big forehand. 30-15, 4-3.
As Alcaraz serves onto the Djokovic backhand. On the run, Djokovic makes this back. Oh, it's brilliantly picked up by Alcaraz, and Djokovic going to the passing shot. Down low, trying to play the backhand, pulled it wide.
14-15.
Lovely pickup from Carlos Alcaraz.
Oh, that
moving in.
is so quick. Just the explosive recovery from both players on stretch. And even that forehand pass from Djokovic, the volley was good. He got two hands on the pass, unable to control it from Djokovic.
Alcaraz serves into the net. He's 10 of 13 when he gets to the net. Alcaraz, it's a good return. He's got a couple of points for a 5-3 lead here. Serves, backhand from Djokovic up the line. It's actually really good. Skidding to stay in the point as Alcaraz puts up the defensive ball. This should be hammered away by Djokovic. It is just. He put it down. He hammered it straight at Alcaraz, but he put just enough bounce on it that it went over the head and the outstretched racket of the Spaniard.
30.
And that point was set up with that return of the second serve from Djokovic. Again, Djokovic, hands on knees, just bent over a little bit. Feeling it a little bit. Just keep an eye on that. And understandably so.
You'll be pretty happy it's a cool evening in Melbourne. It's around 16 degrees or something like that centigrade. So what's that, 60 odd Fahrenheit? So it is a cool evening, but Djokovic being made to work very hard. He very nearly made that forehand up the line. It was out by, say an inch. Not far at all. But anyway, it was out, and Alcaraz holds. And Djokovic has the pressure heaped back on him now because that break of serve earlier in the set now means that he has to serve at 3-5 to stay in it.
He's looking quite composed down this end, our commentary box end. Just playing catch-up, which is very, very difficult to do. But Alcaraz's attitude in this game here, just putting the afterburners on every point.
At 3-5, Djokovic looking for the serve down the middle. He was just too long. Much in it, but he was just too long. So it'll be a second serve here.
Love 15.
And then not for the first time, Djokovic loses the opening point of a service game.
A bit unusual. Yeah, it's unusual that because Alcaraz is a long way back. He's not really threatening physically with his court positioning. And those double faults are coming into the net. It's almost like a lack of drive.
Djokovic serving here, forehand from Alcaraz. Djokovic meets that with a powerful forehand, rocks back, plays a backhand again deep. Alcaraz has the answers at the moment, but that's a great backhand cross from Novak, but then rocking back to play a forehand, cross court, inside out. He found the net, and it's love 33-5.
The last couple of games, Djokovic is having a hard time of getting the ball past Alcaraz. He has got racket on ball everywhere. It's like a goalkeeper protecting his net. He's not letting a ball get past him.
Djokovic goes through that familiar routine again and then serves to the backhand of Alcaraz. Drop shot from Novak is really good. Alcaraz gets there and plays it down the line, and Djokovic, instead of going to his go-to lob, in fact tried a really acute angle, a backhand dropper of his own, found the net, and it's 3 set points for Carlos Alcaraz.
And Djokovic just straight to the baseline to ready to play this point. That's an unusual play. Didn't take time.
Serves here, a fault. This is looking like an acceptance that maybe the third set is gone here from Novak. Anyway, love 43-5. Djokovic serves. Alcaraz goes backhand cross court. Novak hammers a backhand. Alcaraz is there again. Novak hits a huge forehand. Again, Alcaraz is there. Another big forehand from Novak, and jumping, he can finally close out the point. But it is such hard work for just 1 point.
He is redlining every ball. He's hitting the lines. He's hitting it with pace and depth. And the wall up the other end is just getting every ball back.
He is making this an absolute physical battle, Carlos Alcaraz, and that's a good ploy. 15-40, still 2 set points for Alcaraz as Djokovic serves. Alcaraz again gets this back. Big forehand from Novak. There's another one very low over the net. This is very deep from Carlos, but it's too deep. Tried the little chop forehand to get Novak back to the baseline, but it didn't work. And Novak saves a couple of set points. Here's a third, though, for Alcaraz, 30-40.
Djokovic forehand just getting a workout. He is hitting so many. Trying to control the point. It hurt Alcaraz. One more set point for Alcaraz.
On the baseline, the Serb's ready. He serves. An ace! Why should it surprise us that Novak has the answers again? How many times did he find the answers against Jannik the other night? And he stares down 3 set points and saves them all.
No emotional response either. Just workmanlike right now.
At deuce. Djokovic serves, backhand from Alcaraz, lands pretty deep. Djokovic is equal to it. There's the drop shot. It's really just delightful from Carlos. How can he play that from behind the baseline with such precision, such touch?
That is out of the blue too. He was so deep in the court. That's not an easy shot from that far back, but he gets set point number 4.
So Djokovic having to face another set point. Alcaraz with the forehand, though, his response is long. And we're back to deuce again.
I'd love to see Djokovic just give it a big fist pump, get his fans roaring a little bit. He's a little bit subdued.
If he can dig his way out of this game, maybe, just maybe, there might be a show of emotion. Anyway, we'll see. Deuce. Djokovic this time finds the net. He was looking to go down the middle. Nearly 2 hours on court for this men's final. Djokovic serves, lands this in, kicked up quite high. Alcaraz dealt quite well. Cross-court forehand was absolutely superb from Novak.
Yeah, he's taken that forehand out of the Alcaraz playbook. Good short angle, not easy to do from the middle of the court. There's no way that Alcaraz was going to get that ball over the net. So finally saving 4 set points. He gets a game point on his serve.
To get this back to 4-5. Djokovic, he's ready and serves, goes down the middle. It was so close, but it's out. So it'll be the second serve. Alcaraz is a long way back to receive this second serve, which kicks up high, and it's a high return from Alcaraz into the opposite corner. Djokovic pulled the trigger. He was just about in position, but then his feet just let him down, and they skidded as he played that forehand wide into the tram lines, Juice.
Yeah, and that's the side going full run out wide to that forehand. Just doesn't look as balanced as he does on the backhand side. And we had perfect view of that straight up the line.
He didn't hold back, but he missed it by quite a distance. So the fight goes on in this ninth game. Djokovic serves down the middle again. Again, Alcaraz gets a racket on it. Djokovic does enough there with a heavy forehand cross court. Right deep in the corner near the sideline, baseline, apex.
You will be sent out, and that will ruin your night. Please don't do it.
Well said, John Blom. Love it. That's exactly what should happen to people who shout out midpoint. And it should be a good night.
And leave your ticket with us, and we'll give it to someone more deserving.
Game point, Djokovic.
Serves here. That's too long. Dearly love to close this game out, Novak. It's been such a fight. There's been 4 set points in it. Can he close it out? Alcaraz with the expansive, huge 4 backhands from the back of the court, but no, skidding to play a forehand. Djokovic trying for that cross-court angle, again halfway up the net.
Yeah, he's getting caught out a little bit there with that forehand.
Breaking down a bit, isn't it?
It's getting tough.
He's just hanging in here, Novak. At this point, he is just hanging in.
Alcaraz employing that long way back return position.
Djokovic goes out wide. Alcaraz does well with the forehand, and back behind him. The ball was there for Novak, but his forehand cross-court found the net, and it's a 5th set point for Carlos Alcaraz.
There's a few more errors coming from that wing, and he's moving out to his right.
As we tick over to 2 hours on Rod Laver Arena, can Novak save a 5th set point here? Serves, lands it. Alcaraz goes with the backhand up the line. This time Djokovic finally misses.
The trainer's been called. Djokovic is calling the trainer.
So Djokovic is going to be taking a little bit of a medical treatment here by the looks of it, as he tries to find a way back from 2 sets to 1 down now against Carlos Alcaraz, as the Spaniard pounces to take that set by 6 games to 3, the longest set by quite a distance, 51 minutes to decide that. There were some tough rallies in that, but in the end Alcaraz coming out on top by 6 games to 3.
And the medical staff are out on court with Djokovic at the moment, so we'll just try to see what he's looking for.
We'll stay with you, Mark. I'm going to exit the commentary box. Peter Mercado is going to come in.
Thank you very much indeed, yes.
Keep your eye on that.
I'm trying to get a blow-by-blow. They're pulling out a knife. No, they're not. Scalpel, sponge. No, just having a talk. He's not going to any body part that looks injured or anything like that, so maybe it's just an internal feeling. They're trying to get some tablets into him, maybe of some sort. Well, at least we've got our doctor here on deck, which is good, Peter Mercado. I think it's something about how he's feeling. They're going a little bag. It's almost like Djokovic was saying that he feels like something's coming up.
Yeah, okay. Well, just something to settle him a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, the set break's going to wind down to 3, so they have to get this sorted out quickly. John Blom he's going to maybe give them a bit of latitude. He's taking one of the tablets. I'm pretty sure it'll be take 2 and see me in the morning.
That's right. Could be a Metamucil.
Pretty sure that'll be the advice that'll be coming through.
Right.
All right, we'll do a commentary change.
Alexa, stay left.
Thank you, Mark.
Left. Take care. Enjoy the match.
There's Michael Lawati and Steve Pearce. Thank you for your work across AO 2025. Novak's still in the chair, so Kate, we might be able to just sneak an email in quickly while we can.
Sneaky email, indeed we can. Marissa's listening to us in Sri Lanka. Says, loving the commentary, listening to the game on a beach in Sri Lanka with a cold beer, which I have to say sounds very nice indeed.
Does it ever?
And of course, we've caused a little bit of controversy in the car that was heading back to Nairobi from the Masai Mara, because apparently Jonathan was in control of the email that came across, and he's supporting Alcaraz, but the rest of the folk in the car, well, they're just hoping for good tennis.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Jill's back in again, Kate, and we're all here.
Hey, Jill.
Hey, we're back.
Let's see how this plays out.
Back.
2 hours on the Rolex as Alcaraz with the 2-1 lead. We'll get us started down the tee and a wide serve from Djokovic. It's 15-love. Keep your emails coming through. aoradio@tennis.com.au, aoradio@tennis.com.au, or the Ask the Booth form on ausopen.com. Thank you. You can use that, ausopen.com/listen. As it's 15-love opening over the fourth. The serve down the tee off forehand for Djokovic long. 30-love. And it's 30-love. Thoughts on set number 3,
Well, you
Jill?
and I watched it together.
We did, which was lovely.
Up high. We
The
had
cast
an
of thousands.
amazing view. Well, it was a very entertaining third set, a lot closer, I think. You know, the first 2 sets were one-sided in opposite directions, but that one had some unbelievable points.
So that wide, missing from Alcaraz.
I think coming together both at the same time, playing unbelievable tennis at the same time, yeah.
Good way of describing it.
Huh?
It's a good way to describe it. The serve here. Backhand. I know it doesn't happen often, Jill, but it was a compliment. Slice backhand from Djokovic up the middle of the court. Going up the line is Alcaraz. He's at the net playing a backhand volley, but putting it into the nets. Just trying to drop that short. Didn't work. 30-15.
It was the right shot. It was the right volley to go for. Just a little in front of him, but Djokovic did well to go slightly behind Alcaraz. I missed on the changeover. Was he getting his foot taped again?
No, he was just taking some tablets.
Oh. He had his shoe off, didn't he?
I don't think he did.
Oh,
no.
okay. I don't know what I was looking at.
The serve. Down the tee, onto the forehand. Djokovic, it's unreturned. It's 40-15.
Djokovic hasn't been able to actually connect with as many returns, I would say, especially in that third set. And also in this game, he's just hitting his spots a little bit better.
As we wait now for Alcaraz to prepare the serve. Out wide. He's an ace. What has he done here, Carlos, in terms of aces tonight? 6 for the match. He holds opening game of the fourth sets. I'll just look into the numbers. You were talking about first serve percentages for Novak, particularly tonight. 68% into play, so it was much higher.
That's for the whole match.
Yeah, this is the whole match. It was a bit higher in sets 1 and 2. Winning 62% on the first serve, 60% on the second serve. I mean, usually players would sign for this right now and go, yeah, I'm happy with those numbers. But because Djokovic is playing Alcaraz, who's going at 66% first serve into play, winning 76% first ball and 52% second ball, you got a battle on your hands. Mm-hmm. But the percentage is just coming down for Djokovic.
Curious about the return as well.
Try and get that for you. As the serve here for Djokovic down the tee, backhand picked up by Alcaraz at the middle of the court. Now a bit of angle from Alcaraz, better angle from Djokovic. Up the line goes Alcaraz with his forehand. Slice backhand cross court from Djokovic, big backhand from Alcaraz. And now play the cross court forehand. Forehand to forehand we go as Djokovic goes up the middle of the court. Cross court forehand from Alcaraz, full stretch. The Djokovic forehand goes long. And that was a testing rally. It's love 15.
That absolutely was. Djokovic had to cover a lot of ground. And what Alcaraz, the shot that is working so well for him is when Djokovic is taking that backhand down the line. Alcaraz is really good at that fast whipping forehand, but more of an angle. And he's able just to spread the court so beautifully.
Okay, worked out the machinery. What would you like to know?
Oh, I was just wondering how, returns and...
The serve here down the tee, picked up by Alcaraz, just gets over, going cross-court the forehand, Djokovic. Alcaraz is there, pops it up to the middle of the court, off forehand for Djokovic, going to come forward, Alcaraz gets that back, goes the other way, Djokovic makes the error. What scrambling at the back of the court from Carlos Alcaraz, amazing, it's love 30.
That is ridiculous defense by the Spaniard, just unbelievable. He got caught pretty far back, covered so much ground, but being able to produce the shots, especially on that backhand, to keep the slice so low. That's where the error came from. Djokovic had to lift up on that ball. I was just wondering how many returns were in play. How many returns are being,
76% from Alcaraz.
Yep.
72% for Djokovic.
Jeez, wow.
There's a serve here out wide, missing. Just to caution that their returns going back, not necessarily winning those points. It's just how many they make.
How many of them? Yeah, of course, yeah. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah. How many are back in play? Yep.
It's,
both high.
Absolutely. The serve here. Backhand picked up, looping ball by Alcaraz. Off forehand from Djokovic. Cross-court backhand Alcaraz. Another big point in the middle of the court. He's up the ante here, Djokovic, and he can't handle the pace, Alcaraz. His forehand goes into the net, and it's 15-30.
That was a massive forehand. Set up the ante by a ton.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
He was pushing them all in.
Yep.
The chips were going all in. Well, I just want to go back to that point about returns in, just what you were saying,
okay,
Jill. As we see now, Djokovic prepare. 4, 3, 2, 1, and he'll deliver this ball onto the forehand of Alcaraz, but it's missing. Looking to go down the tee. Second serve coming up, 15:30. 2 hours and 8 minutes. Here in this final on AO Radio tonight. The second serve onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Goes cross court. Backhand to backhand. That's big again from Djokovic. That is a big miss. And it's 15-40.
That's the one he doesn't like as much. He likes that ball more in the strike zone, more hip level. And Alcaraz is opting to get that ball returned. He's okay to take pace off, but it's a heavy ball. Just jumps on Novak.
So wait now for the serve to come in. Out wide, big up the middle of the court from Alcaraz. He's chasing in the ad court. Floats it up the middle of the court. Off point again from Djokovic. Again dug out by Alcaraz. Cross-court point for Djokovic. Alcaraz is there again up the line with his forehand. Cross-court backhand heavy for Djokovic. Alcaraz digs this out. It's wide. He almost dragged it back. Well, this is how hard Djokovic is having to work for his points right now. It's 30-40.
He had a good first strike on the ball, though, Djokovic. And Alcaraz just couldn't find the length or the depth throughout that rally. And again, that last backhand from Novak absolutely annihilated the ball. Still a break point here for Alcaraz.
So now Djokovic prepares. A 30-40. The serve. Down the tee. Full stretch, Alcaraz just gets it over. Djokovic up the middle of the court. Safe option.
Smart, yeah.
Clean winner, and we're at deuce.
Very, very smart, but still hit it with a lot of authority. Djokovic went right down the center, but didn't want to just guide it there. Knows he had to hit through the ball, and Alcaraz moved to the right-hand corner.
So it's now deuce. Serve clock winds itself down to 8. The serve comes in. Out wide. Ball out the middle of the court from Alcaraz. Up the line from Djokovic. Alcaraz goes the cross-court backhand. Back out the middle of the court. He wouldn't like that, Djokovic. He went long.
He knew it as soon as he hit it. Got a little tangled. It came into his body. Actually had to swipe away from it because he was too close to the ball.
So another break point for Carlos Alcaraz. 4 of 11, the conversions tonight. And the serve. Out wide, blocked back by Alcaraz. Half-court ball. Djokovic goes into the deuce court. Alcaraz going to throw up the highest of high lobs. Underneath is Djokovic. Back at Alcaraz. Now he's going to play low forehand volley in the corner. High ball again from Alcaraz. Djokovic goes to the other direction. Actually, he went more centrally, and that upset the rhythm of Alcaraz, who was going across to the ad courts. It was smartly played in the end, and we're at deuce.
Very, very smart. We know Djokovic sometimes has a little bit difficulty putting away these high lobs, so did well just to go both of them down the center of the court.
So now, I think we just saw, not sure whether the screen saw
it was
the
up
reaction
there,
of Rafa Nadal. Amazed by what he is seeing right now. So the umpire will give a bit of latitude to Djokovic as he releases this ball. It takes the net and flies wide. Now the crowd just a little restless. We wait now for his second serve. And the serve coming in. Running around, playing a big forehand is Alcaraz. Matched by Djokovic in the juice court. Up the line, Alcaraz. Full stretch, Djokovic. Floating ball into the ad court. Drop shot from Alcaraz is too good. He was stranded in the ad court, Djokovic. No way he was going to get it. Another break point for Alcaraz.
It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable disguise because it's the way he's moving around that ball to the forehand. He moves so aggressively, and it just looks like he's going to annihilate the ball and then just changes to that nice soft drop shot. Incredible from Alcaraz.
So now he waits. The serve comes in. Djokovic serves out wide, an ace.
Djokovic staying really calm and composed in this game. He's having to work hard to try and get through this game.
He hasn't. We haven't seen the flare-ups that we normally see.
Exactly.
It's been all business tonight for Novak Djokovic. Still in this contest. As the serve comes in, Djokovic out wide, full stretch. Alcaraz, a half-court ball. Djokovic goes off, forehand winner. Even then, Alcaraz was streaking off to the ad court to try and track it down. Djokovic with a game point.
It's great serve. Good placement again on that out wide. And for a moment, Djokovic already thought he had the point one. He just hesitated slightly, but then got up to that ball beautifully. Another big strike on the forehand.
The serve here. And the ball being delivered down the tee. Big forehand again from Alcaraz into the ad court. This comes off the net from Djokovic, falls back on his side. And he just sort of slumps ever so slightly to say, oh, come on. Just give me the friendly roll. We're at juice for the fourth time.
A little bit more off-pace return there from Alcaraz, but it's effective because it hit the baseline.
10 p.m. in Melbourne. There's the serve from Djokovic. Out wide, big forehand, middle of the court from Alcaraz. The middle of the court for the Alcaraz backhand. Now Alcaraz play a big one up the middle of the court, matched by Djokovic. Djokovic will be in the ad court playing cross-court backhand now. Backhand to off forehand they go. Digging out again is Alcaraz. Up the line goes Djokovic. Cross-court forehand heavy from Alcaraz. And that goes too big in reply from Djokovic. It goes long. And we've got another break point, the fifth in this game.
Yes, that's just smart from Alcaraz. He stayed on that backhand cross-court rally and just enticing Djokovic to be the first one to take it down the line. That's the pattern he loves because he's so good, again, at that flick forehand off the court. And then that's where he got the error again.
So Djokovic will prepare to stave off another Alcaraz challenge in this game. 9.5 minutes. The serve from Djokovic down the tee onto the forehand of Alcaraz. It's deep. Dug out by Djokovic up the middle of the court. Looping forehand. Too big.
Wow.
Too heavy from Alcaraz. And yet again, we have juice.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure what happened there because it looked like he was set up and then all of a sudden he had to drift off the ball. Alcaraz just went flying off his racket. Surprise.
Yeah. As we wait now for Djokovic to deliver this ball. Tension just rising ever so slightly now. Serve clock gets to 0. The serve from Djokovic out wide. Big point the line from Alcaraz. At the middle of the court, Djokovic, he just played an off-pacer. Coming up to the juice court is Alcaraz. A heavy ball, and again Djokovic can't handle the pace. Breakpoint number 6 for Carlos.
And that one must have just hit the line or the back of the line. That was hit with such good depth from Alcaraz. And he knows exactly when to change direction. He's been going cross-court so often that time. I think just, again, the element of surprise, taking the first strike down the line.
So Djokovic will have to stave off another break point. Djokovic serves out wide, blocked back by Alcaraz. Forehand drive volley, excellent from Djokovic. Back into the ad court, back behind Alcaraz, and we're at juice again.
That's a great play from Novak. As soon as he saw Alcaraz way off balance and pretty much lunging for that backhand, didn't hesitate to move forward to look for that ball out of the air.
So now Djokovic. So the serve coming in. And the ball delivered. Out wide. Blocked back by Alcaraz. Djokovic goes back the other way. Clean winner. He stays off another challenge. Game points now at advantage.
Where can we see the direction of the serve again?
I'm explaining the screen to Jill. Here you go. What do you want to look at? Djokovic?
I mean, how many times he serves out wide on that G side? It's got to be like 90%.
Pretty even, actually.
Actually, it's pretty even. Yeah, that surprises me. I mean, I feel like...
All right, please. Thank you.
I think under pressure, he goes for the out wide on the juice.
I've hit the right button.
Yeah, the right.
So now, Djokovic, he serves down the tee. Big forehand from Alcaraz. Up the line goes Djokovic. Cross-court forehand from Alcaraz is deep. Dug out by Djokovic. Cross-court. Up the line goes Alcaraz. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic. Slice there from Alcaraz up the line. Cross-court forehand. Good angle for Djokovic. Up the middle of the court goes Alcaraz. Now he's playing a slice and making a complete hash of it. And a smile on the face of Novak Djokovic. Because after all of that pressure, now the yell. Here he goes. It's one game all in the fourth set.
Well, it didn't come out right away, but it took a moment, I think, just to enjoy the fact that he was able to get through that game, and then a massive fist pump into the air from Djokovic.
There is a strong sense of satisfaction with that game. Even if he doesn't win the match, the fact that he was able to do that.
Players are ready, one game all.
There's a point to prove for Novak Djokovic tonight.
I think this is what the crowd has been waiting for. They just completely got uplifted even more after that celebration.
And he's stretching out in front of us, Novak Djokovic. He's down our end of the court. 2 hours and 19 minutes on the clock.
Once again, take your seats. Both players are waiting.
2 set to 1 lead for Alcaraz, but it's one game all in the fourth. Saved 6 break points in that game. So Alcaraz will prepare and serve. Out wide miss. Second serve. And the serve. Backhand picked up Djokovic near the baseline. It's too heavy for Alcaraz, whose backhand reply is netted. It's love 15.
Great aggression on the first point after that long game from Djokovic. Knows that Alcaraz wasn't able to convert on breakpoint, knows he has his chances, so smart just to step up, get aggressive, just to apply that extra pressure.
So we wait now for the serve. Into the nets. Looking to go down the tee. Second serve. And this one. Onto the backhand, cross court, big middle of the court as Alcaraz. Forehand to forehand we go. Forehand at the line from Alcaraz. Cross court backhand from Djokovic. And now Alcaraz matches it with some angles. Sliced up the line by Djokovic. Big cross court forehand from Alcaraz. Matched by Djokovic. Alcaraz back in that direction, heavy. Up the line goes Djokovic. They've upped the ante now. Backhand up the line into the net goes Djokovic. He went into the net. He was trying again to match the pace. It's 15 all.
I can't believe he missed that because he anticipated so well on the previous couple forehands from Alcaraz. Actually got a head start. I was surprised he didn't change that one down the line on the forehand side. That's his favorite shot. And just got a little tangled on the backhand again. And it's good hustle from Alcaraz.
So we wait now for Alcaraz to prepare. The serve into the nets. 1 all, fourth set. It's 15 all. Alcaraz by 2 sets to 1. Second serve. Onto the forehand. Djokovic, middle of the court. Cross-court backhand from Alcaraz. Catches the sideline. Now he goes up the line with the backhand. High ball from Djokovic. He has to wait here in the middle of the court, Carlos Alcaraz. He goes with the cross-court forehand. Big forehand, Djokovic wide. He went the forehand cross. He missed it almost outside the doubles alley there. 30-15.
That was a big second serve. Alcaraz going for it, and Djokovic, that backhand down line from Alcaraz barely hit the line. Djokovic took a look at the line after that point was over, but no argument. Unbelievable accuracy from the Spaniard.
His fastest second serve tonight was 184.
Alcaraz?
Yep. This is 179, so it's up there.
Yep.
As Alcaraz serves onto the backhand of Djokovic, and that backhand goes long, and it's 40-15.
40-15.
Mary just noticed something there, Jill.
What is his tape? His lower back is taped. I think it's just kinesio taped.
Yeah. But it's nothing he can't handle.
On Novak's lower back, yeah.
It's just interesting to see.
Yeah.
As Alcaraz's first serve goes into the net. Second serve. And the serve. Backhand is long from Djokovic. And Alcaraz, just a little fist pump to his team. Djokovic walked to the tear, stretching out. And it's 2-1. You're on AO Radio live around the world. Kate, more messages, please.
Hey, yes, Sue Moore is listening from, I think it's Mahoney Bay in Nova Scotia in Canada. Listening in bed on a snowy Canadian morning, waiting for another 30 centimetres of snow to come today. Loving AO Radio, and thank you for a great 2 weeks. Go Carlitos. Thanks for that. And Albert is listening from Greece. Hi guys, great to listen to your exciting commentary of the AO final from a rainy Kefalonia in Greece. I am from the Netherlands, but living in Greece. Do you think Novak is going to show it one more time this evening?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Have to stay with us, Albert, and find out.
Never rule him out.
And Jason Lake is listening to us in a cold and snowy Minneapolis, Minnesota. Keep warm, Jason.
Yeah, well.
Have we got time for one more?
Please.
Yes.
Yes, Kathy is listening to us from Southwest France. Says, fab match, a real nail biter. Hope Carlos can get it done. Not sure that Novak can come back from 2 sets to 1 down.
Settle down, please.
We shall see.
There are a lot of predictions being made right now.
Oh, good to have you wherever you're listening around the world making those predictions. Kate's mailbox, AORadio at tennis.com.au or ask the booth form on ausopen.com/listen. As Djokovic prepares from the far end from our commentary position, a privileged position that we have here on AO Radio that we've had for 23 years that we've been on the air. As Djokovic will deliver this serve at 1-2. Serve out wide. Big cross-court point from Alcaraz up the line. Djokovic winner. Alcaraz slipped a little bit as he was looking to push off there. So 15 love. As Djokovic will prepare again. In line with the Melbourne sign is Carlos Alcaraz. He waits for this first serve. It's onto his forehand. It's into the nets.
Well, he's frustrated with that return because he was there. It was on his racket, and it was just the way he hit it. Decelerated. That forehand. It's getting a little breezy again out there. You can see it on Alcaraz's shirt.
Yep. Swirl around, even though the roof is still open but closed a smidge more. Serve down the tee, misses. Second serve. And he waits. Alcaraz will play cross-court forehand. Djokovic goes up the line with his, and now he's going to play a slice back into the 8 court. Getting down to it, playing it off forehand is Alcaraz. We're in the 8 court. Now he switches. Alcaraz, high ball from Djokovic. Alcaraz just waits around the baseline. This lands on the baseline. He's overhead in the corner of the deuce court. Now throwing in the drop shot, putting it into the bottom of the net from Alcaraz. And it's 40 love.
And he's smiling because he knew that probably wasn't the best decision. He didn't execute it very well. He actually hit the overhead really well. Didn't overpower it when you're in that deep in the court. Safer. He put a lot of spin on it. And just decided, I think, a little too late to try and go for the drop shot.
So the serve now from Djokovic. And it comes in. And let's see, onto the forehand of Alcaraz. Drop shot by Djokovic. This time Alcaraz comes forward, cross-court into the net. He wanted to go with a little dropper of his own. It didn't work. It's 2 games all now in the 4th.
Djokovic will be happy about that game. Just a lot easier one to get through. Always nice to have a quick service game after you've been tested in the first one.
We're going to hear it a little bit later, but the attendance records have been released.
Okay, I'm sure it's out of this world.
So the final Sunday, 56,931. That's a record. by about 10,000 from last year. The main draw attendance, 1.150 million people.
Wow.
As the serve from Alcaraz onto the backhand, Djokovic up the line, back up that line from Alcaraz. Cross-court point from Djokovic. Forehand to forehand, they go in the middle of the court. Now good angle from Alcaraz. Djokovic is into the nets. And it's 15 love, so
15 love.
that is an amazing result. The total attendance, including the opening week, 1.368 million.
That's incredible.
So the main draw attendance record was 1.102. So 1.150 is a record there. And the total attendance, it's a record too. 1.368 compared to 1.218. So we'll be hearing about that, I'm sure, in the presentation coming up. The serve. Onto the backhand, ripped cross-court from Djokovic. Backhand to backhand, they go. Good angle from Alcaraz. Full stretch, Djokovic. His backhand floats long. And it's 30 love.
Love how Alcaraz stayed up on the baseline after that serve. It just took so much time away from Djokovic. He was still recovering to the center of the court. So just couldn't redirect his body and get balanced. Great job from Alcaraz.
As the serve comes in. Out wide, missing. Oh no, he made it.
Yeah.
Oh, caught the line. That's an ace. He's 7th. And both players, I think, might enjoy just a little bit of relief in terms of maybe some easier service games, holding to love, holding to 15. Just get a little respite from the long rallies that they've had. The serve here out wide, an ace. Another one. That's his 8th. 3-2 now for Alcaraz in this fourth set. Move through those games pretty quickly. Jill, as we go to Kate's with some more messages.
Well, Leah's listening to us from Austria and Vienna. Thank you. Sorry. Yes, that's correct. I'm just having a look. Yes, no, that's right. Leah, thank you for your exciting comments. We drive from Austria to Germany and listening to you in the car. The whole family's excited. My father is a tennis nerd and taught me how to play tennis. I'm 14 years of age. That's Leah. Keeping my fingers crossed for Djokovic. And that's greetings, Leah, Tanya, and Marco.
Noel you would like to know who's changing his shirt right now.
Oh, okay.
There you go,
Thanks
just to
for
help
that,
out.
Pete. Leah would be very happy to know that. Roy is listening to us from...
What?
I can't find out where he is.
Oh.
Oh, no.
No, it's all right. From Israel. Sunday's a working day here, so tough to follow the final. I'm driving north to work out at my 89-year-old mother's home. Edna is her name. And I'm enjoying commentary. Regards to Jonathan. I like this because Jonathan says, he said, regards to Jonathan, who is driving back to Nairobi, that was an email I read out earlier.
Yes.
And I grew up there with Jonathan's family. Oh, wow.
This is amazing, the connections that we're making. We've got shout-outs happening. This is what it's about.
It's brilliant. Big AO radio family.
Oh,
Beautiful.
wonderful. Good to hear. Thank you, Kate. 2.5 hours is on the Rolex clock as Djokovic steps to the line. And he prepares again, serving at 2-3 in the fourth set. The serve goes to the forehand of Alcaraz. That forehand is long up the middle of the court. It's 15 love.
There's no way this is even now on the placement of the serve. He's going out wide all the time.
Well, let me just... I'm just putting him in front of you.
It's a little bit more on the juice, yeah. Doesn't it feel like he's going out all the time?
There's a serve here out wide again onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Now Alcaraz in the middle of the court with the cross-court forehand. Djokovic is there playing to the Alcaraz backhand more centrally. Both players backhand to forehand, and that's a wild backhand from Alcaraz. Cross-court and long. It's 30 love.
Yeah, it just looked like he wanted to guide that ball deep into the corner on the backhand cross-court and completely hit it so flat, lifted off the ball, Alcaraz.
So Djokovic prepares. And the serve. Onto the backhand, into the net goes Alcaraz.
It's good body serve. That was a change. Just flat into the body. Body backhand of Alcaraz.
So now it's 40 love. As Djokovic serves long. Second serve. There's the serve. Big point, middle of the court from Alcaraz. Now he plays a slice backhand. Djokovic goes to the cross-court backhand. Slice again. It's a shorter ball from Alcaraz. Back in that direction goes Djokovic. The cross backhand is just wide. It's 40-15.
It's the short slice was a smart shot from Alcaraz. It just stayed so low, and that one's tough to go down the line to lift up. So Alcaraz covered the cross-court, took it away from him, forced Djokovic to hit it wide.
So now he waits for Djokovic to deliver this ball. Serve takes the net, flies high in the air and just misses. That stayed in the air for an eternity.
It did.
Djokovic is trying to please, let's have another first serve. Instead, it's a second serve. And this serve, onto the forehand of Alcaraz, and that's too big as well. Had a big play on it, but he's back in the court, and that's a struggle. It's 3 games all in the 4th here on AO Radio tonight.
Alcaraz just in the corner talking to his team, just getting a little bit extra advice.
You're sitting on your pen.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, I fell out of my pocket, and then I felt something on the seat, and I was like, what is that? And then
So you
realized I was sitting on my pen.
You won't miss a thing on AO Radio, even Jill's pen falling out of her pocket.
Oh, goodness.
Seats, please, right behind the server. Thank you.
It's just taking a little bit of extra time to get people in and out, but that's okay. There's not many of them moving. So Alcaraz at 3-all 4 sets. The serve onto the forehand of Djokovic. Back that way from Alcaraz. +1 good.
That's amazing.
15 love.
That's amazing. He's falling backward. The last place you think he's going to go is on the cross, because Djokovic pretty much looked like he was holding his position and standing there, but he loves that shot. Alcaraz, just the quickness through the ball. Even got an applause from Novak.
The serve down the tee is an ace from Alcaraz. And he's up to 9 for the match. He will remain world number 1 no matter what happens this evening. Novak Djokovic will be moving up to number 3 no matter what happens this evening. So the serve onto the forehand of Djokovic. Drop shot from Alcaraz. Coming forward is Djokovic. Will he get there? No. He couldn't get there by the second bounce. And the trademark, Alcaraz, drop shot, gets it done. It's 40 love.
Incredible. Just incredible feel on that. And I love the fact that you rarely see him going for the line, but because he has such good backspin, so he can keep his margins inside the court.
As a serve, out wide, back out the line. Djokovic has made it. Alcaraz was glued to the spot. Didn't move at all. And Djokovic swinging up the line. He's caught it flush. It's 40-15.
I think because the way Djokovic hit it, it was into the body, and he was trying to get out of the way a little bit, but he redirected so well. I think both of them actually thought it was going to be out for a moment.
So now we wait. And the serve. Blocked back by Djokovic, cross court, drop shot again from Alcaraz, getting there as Djokovic puts it up. Alcaraz reaches nicely, Djokovic had a play on it. He put it into the nets. Alcaraz couldn't get up for the full overhead, but he just sort of got it down enough.
Alcaraz leads.
And it's 4-3 Alcaraz. We are with the server in set number 4 of the men's singles final of AO 26. And he's got a smile on his face too, does Carlitos. He's loving it out there. You know who else is loving things right now? Kate Kearns with emails.
I certainly am, Pete. And I've got one here from Francisco, who's listening to us from Spain. Of course, barracking for Carlitos tonight. But my heart is also with Djokovic. What a player he's been over the past 20 years, and it's not over yet. Thanks again for the wonderful broadcast. Thanks, Francisco. She's
Thank you.
A little conflicted as to her loyalties this evening. And Katie and Carlos are listening from Norfolk in England. And the Whippet is called Carlos.
Oh, that's
And
handy.
I've got the what's called, Carlos?
The Whippet,
The
the dog.
Whippet. Oh, the dog, yes. The thing is, I've got a lovely photo, but there seems to be more than one Whippet. And I'm not sure which one is Carlos. There are like 5 Whippets in this photo.
We haven't given an explanation as to which one.
And mostly they're asleep.
Ah.
So I'm not sure what we make of that, but they look very comfortable.
Well,
Is it named after Alcaraz?
Yeah.
Oh, named after
I'm
Alcaraz.
guessing.
But we're not sure which one.
No.
The other one-
You know, Sebastian Corda has a cat named Rafa. After Rafa.
Settle down,
I don't know if
please.
you knew that, but just a little fact.
And Kate, did they name one of the other Whippets Good? As in Whippet
That's-
Good?
Yeah, no, Pete, and that was terrible.
That was terrible.
I apologise to all of our listeners.
It's 15 days in as the serve from Djokovic goes into the net. The A material went out on day one. We've then been scraping the bottom of the barrel since. Second serve. Onto the backhand here of Alcaraz. Had to wait for that drop shot from Djokovic into the nets. Not a bad choice of shot, but he was too far back in the court. It's love 15.
I agree. It wasn't a bad idea because of how far back Alcaraz took that return, and he kind of hung back there as well. But it has to be so good with Alcaraz's quickness.
As the serve coming in from Djokovic, out wide, backhand picked up by Alcaraz, wicked angle, coming forward was Djokovic, an awkward half volley put into the net. It's love 30.
I mean, how he somehow sees that out of the corner of his eye, that Djokovic is sneaking forward and able to just dip it so low. Unbelievable return.
He gets himself adjacent to the Melbourne sign. The serve down the tee, blocked back by Alcaraz, sits up. Djokovic goes into the juice court for a winner. +1, the ball hitting our commentary position. It's 15-30.
Well, Alcaraz still able to get a racket on that return, but so short, and Djokovic's easy put away into the corner. Looked like Alcaraz slipped a little bit, just got a little off balance, trying to change his direction.
So 15-30, the serve. Out wide, full stretch. Carlitos, he can't get that one back. It's 30 all. And when he's needed them, he's hit the spots, as you've been saying.
Just in first serves as well. Able to come up with the first serve when he needs it most.
Peace. So Djokovic prepares again. 30 all, 3-4 fourth set. The serve down the tee, blocked back by Alcaraz. Cross court forehand from Djokovic. Alcaraz goes cross, forehand into the net. It's 40-30.
Excellent penetration through that ball from Djokovic. Just enough speed, good depth as well. Even with Alcaraz's quickness, he got late on that. That's how much pace Djokovic had on that ball.
So we wait now for Djokovic. And he'll deliver this ball. The serve out wide. Backhand picked up by Alcaraz. Fought in the middle of the court for Djokovic is long. It's long. And we're a juice. Carlitos coming down to our side of the court to say, hey, Jill.
Hey, Carlos.
Things are working out okay. As we wait now for Djokovic. And the serve. Blocked back by Alcaraz. A floating ball. Long.
Advantage, Djokovic.
And Djokovic with advantage. As we wait now for Djokovic. 2 hours and 41 minutes. And the serve from Djokovic. Down the tee, forehand from Alcaraz. Takes the net, balls back on his side. 4 games all now in the fourth set. Here are the final.
4 games all.
And the Serbian fans are on their feet.
Djokovic just looked up at the one corner where all the Serbian flags are and pretty much screamed in the celebration. And they just got so loud and shook his racket, and good positive energy from Djokovic.
I think that's the key, the positive energy.
Yeah.
There's been no yelling at his team. He hasn't been
True.
as on edge. But when he's done it, it's to fire himself up and fire the crowd up. And that's it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's the serve coming in. Out wide, pulled up there by Djokovic in the middle of the court. Off forehand from Alcaraz. Djokovic was already moving. And now the slice backhand into the net by Alcaraz. Now he's saying, come on, the rest of the crowd, come with me, and they do.
He's trying to get the crowd on his side, and this is what helped him so much in the semifinals as well. It just fueled him. Interesting to see.
Have a listen to this.
Yeah.
What an atmosphere.
It does help him.
It does. It's love 15 as Alcaraz steps away because the crowd just taking a while to settle. The serve clock will be frozen at 8.
Silence, please.
And John Blom in the chair just trying to quieten everyone. They're feeling it as well. Alcaraz serves down the tee and he misses well wide. Second serve. And this serve comes in. Onto the backhand, cross-court into the net from Djokovic. It's 15 all.
Well, right now, Carlos giving a little bit of a smile. For a moment, he looked like he was just not going to do anything, just trying to stay within himself. But I feel like if there's a big point and an exciting point, Carlos wins it, I think he's going to get the crowd fired up as well.
Yep. The serve coming in here from Alcaraz. Down the tee, blocked back. Djokovic just gets over. Drop shot by Alcaraz. Coming forward, Djokovic is going to get there. He does. Cross court with the easy backhand put away on the volley from Alcaraz. And again, just a muted fist pump. But now his fans are up and about. It's 30-15.
It's great coverage at the net, knowing that the easier shot off that low drop shot is the cross court. So he closed well, took the coverage of that area, took that shot away from Novak. Now Alcaraz smiling again after that point.
So Alcaraz prepares. And the serve out wide, misses. It misses long. Ran that gag the other day. That didn't get any traction. Hello to Mrs. Long if you're listening. As the serve here. Onto the backhand, cross court from Djokovic. Matched by Alcaraz to sting it out. Now he's in the juice court playing cross court point. Djokovic hammers a point up the line. Cross court backhand, Alcaraz full stretch. Djokovic with the backhand. Alcaraz goes back in that direction. Djokovic is there. This one in the corner of the 8 court. Now we get a chance to hammer a forehand. Back up the line from Alcaraz. Cross court point from Djokovic. Alcaraz back in that direction. Wide. Unbelievable again from Djokovic. And it's 30 all.
It's incredible court coverage from Djokovic, how he got his racket on a couple of these balls from Alcaraz. He's spreading the court so well. I think Alcaraz a little bit surprised he didn't come away with that point.
Well, he's the one that made the error.
He is just wanting it right now, Novak.
Very good. Thank you.
He's been here so many times before on this stage, on this night. 4 all, 30 all, fourth set. Alcaraz leading by 2 sets to 1. And Alcaraz, the serve out wide. Cross-court point from Djokovic. Into the net goes Alcaraz. And again, he asks his fans to give him some more. It's break points.
Well, it's working. I mean, he's smart. It's working for him right now. He is feeding off this energy from the crowd.
Remember, Alcaraz had 6 opportunities to break the Djokovic serve in this set. He wasn't able to convert. Djokovic hasn't had a break point up until this moment. Huge. Alcaraz serves into the nets.
Please.
Second serve. Djokovic just near the baseline. And the serve. Djokovic plays across backhand. Backhand that direction from Alcaraz. This is deep from Djokovic. Up the line goes Alcaraz. Cross-court point from Djokovic. Too big. Too big. And we're at deuce and the tension rises.
I'm feeling tense. I'm watching Carlos's face and he's giving a little smirk again. Not the full smile that we're used to seeing. I feel like he's trying to force it a little bit. If he comes away with this game, I'd love to see what his reaction is going to be.
Yes, if Djokovic breaks,
it's going to be deafening, the reaction from the crowd.
Lift the 3-quarter closed roof off. Serve down the tee. Big backhand for Djokovic at the middle of the court. Cross-court forehand from Alcaraz. Matched by Djokovic. Now the angle short from Alcaraz. He mishit it, but it's come off. It ended up being a short angle. Djokovic couldn't get there. Alcaraz with game points.
That was unbelievable how he found that angle from the center of the court. And
now he's smiling.
I mean, that is something to enjoy. That was unbelievable placement.
Well, I'm suspecting they didn't want to get it that close or that short, but it worked.
So good.
So now Alcaraz steps to the line with game points. Please. Thank you. And the serve. Out wide, backhand cross-court from Djokovic. A high ball from Alcaraz. Djokovic goes up the line. Alcaraz there with the cross-court point. Djokovic up the other line. Too big! Alcaraz. And a roar now from Alcaraz. He's fist in the air.
Alcaraz leads 5 games.
And his fans are on their feet. He held serve. He staved off the break points. It's 5-4 in the fourth set. He leads by 2-1 in the final on AO Radio. Kate.
Pete, Larry's listening to us from Japan, says thanks for the great coverage over the past 2 weeks. My daughter and I are listening from Nara, Japan, and cheering for Alcaraz. I bet they're going absolutely nuts right now. We've been listening to the AO Radio since my daughter was very young, and this has become a yearly custom. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. A few more.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing. Kate, Pete,
Jill. We've got Steve.
Well, my next word was going to be help.
Well, for Steve, yes, because he's freezing in Maryland. Apparently, it's 6 a.m. Oh dear. He set his alarm for 3:30. But guess what?
What?
It didn't go off.
Oh,
so I
no.
literally just joined you in the fourth set.
Oh, no.
Go, Carlos.
I'm sorry, there's no overnight program tonight. You won't be able to catch up. Once this is done, we're out of here.
And Daniel is listening to us whilst running 18 kilometres in snowy, cold Sweden. Good Lord. That sounds like hard work to me. I don't know. Running in snow, oh, forget it.
You just stay inside in front of the fire and get the smell in the fire, and you have hot cocoa. It's so nice.
Never forget the run.
No. Well, set some down. Well, this is a party atmosphere in here now.
That's
the crowd
unreal.
is alive. It's electric.
Thank you, players.
It's Novak Djokovic serving at 4-5 in the fourth set. He is serving to stay in the championship. And he will get himself sorted out. No serve clock, actually. The serve from Djokovic. Out wide, full stretch. Alcaraz the point at the middle of the court. Now he's in the ad court. Scrambling to play it backhand. That ball's going to go long. 15
Excellent
love.
depth. Yeah, super great depth from Djokovic.
Where's he going? He's going to change his stick. New racket for Djokovic. No, he's not happy with the tension of that one. Another new racket coming. Hope the stringers are still there.
I think so. Don't worry. They will be.
There'll be a lone stringer just waiting to spring into action. Well, they've done some business over these past couple of weeks with the changes in temperature. We've gone from 45 degrees.
Yep, that's right.
We're at 15 now, all Celsius, of course, and everything in between. Djokovic, 15 love. The serve. Down the tee's missing. Second serve. And she'll prepare again. The familiar ball bouncing. Alcaraz, usual spot, meters from the baseline. He'll wait for this ball and plays the forehand. It's a short ball. Djokovic goes to the cross-court forehand. Going to be a high lob from Alcaraz. Djokovic track it back in the ad court. It lands near the baseline. The overhead up the middle of the court goes long from Djokovic. The defensive lob working for Alcaraz. It's 15 all.
How ridiculous was that get from Alcaraz?
15 all.
Oh, barely missed. Actually, we just saw a replay of the overhead missing half an inch, I would say. Great wheels from Alcaraz.
So now Djokovic prepares. And the serve. Into the net. Second serve. And this one onto the backhand. Had to wait for that ball. Alcaraz, big cross-court backhand from Djokovic. It's good. Slice backhand into the net. Scrambling was Alcaraz. And it's 30-15.
That's an opportunity. I think that's pretty short second serve from Djokovic. Alcaraz,
141.
Yeah, Alcaraz again waiting on it. But I mean, that's the position that's working for him. He just couldn't get the depth on the return.
So now Djokovic prepares again. Just keeps on fighting in the hallmark of his tournament. The serve, blocked back by Alcaraz. It's going to go long, and it's 40-15.
40-15.
So Djokovic is here, and he's ready again. And the serve. Out wide, forehand picked up by Alcaraz. Up the line goes Djokovic. Alcaraz can't get that. High ball.
Oh, what a confident game from Novak in this situation. And I love the fact that after that forehand down the line, he really charged the net because Alcaraz can just loft it in the air. But that time he tried to go for the pass. It was difficult over the higher part of the net. Good pressure from Djokovic.
Where will this go, Jill? I'm going to ask you the hard question. Where is this going?
To a tiebreak, maybe? You just mean the set or the whole match?
The set.
Oh.
Where we are at the moment.
I think a tiebreak would be pretty awesome right now.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I think everyone wants it.
Silence, please.
Except maybe these two. So Alcaraz again will take some time. As he prepares. The serve down the tee's missing. 2 hours and 54 minutes on the Rolex. Second serve. And the serve. Onto the backhand of Djokovic. Up the middle of the court. Off forehand from Alcaraz. And Djokovic, well, he just takes that big first step. The backhand up the line is wide. It's 15-love.
What a pickup again from Alcaraz. How he's able to create that inside-out forehand. He's so stable off the ground after that serve.
2 hours and 54 minutes on the Rolex. Here is Alcaraz, the far end from our commentary position. And we wait for the serve to come in. And down the tee, up the line, and Djokovic puts it into the nets. Again, it's barest to margin sort of stuff. It's 30-love.
It was so close. He just slapped his leg because he knew just how close that was. Just couldn't quite get the height.
So now Alcaraz prepares again. The serve into the nets. Second serve. As Alcaraz will deliver this ball. Backhand up the court, middle of the court from Djokovic. Back out the line for Djokovic. Cross-court forehand from Alcaraz. Djokovic goes up the line with his. Cross-court backhand from Alcaraz. Back up the line, heavy for Djokovic. Back that even heavier from Alcaraz. In fact, too big. He's gone long, and it's 30-15.
He had him, though. It was the right shot, trying to go behind Djokovic. In that moment, he actually got the error off Djokovic's racket. Looks like a little bit of a late call, but was long. Djokovic stretching again his legs, the back of the court.
He's been doing that throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
He tends to do these days. Keep himself nice and loose. The serve from Alcaraz. Out wide, backhand from Djokovic. Up the line is Alcaraz. He got there again, Djokovic. But the squash forehand is into the bottom of the net. And it's 40-15.
Just so fast again from Alcaraz. Djokovic, I mean, no doubt his movement's been incredible. Having to slide to that forehand. Went for the slice. It was just too good from Carlos.
There's the serve coming in. There's a serve here. Blocked back by Djokovic. Off forehand from Alcaraz. Slice backhand from Djokovic. Alcaraz goes with the off forehand as a clean winner. He was stranded in the middle of the court. Djokovic on that occasion. And Alcaraz, again a game away from his first Australian Open title. It's 6-5 in the fourth. And here's Kate Kearns with some more emails.
Well, Katie's responded with another photo, this one just of the whippet, which is Carlos.
You found out which one?
Yeah, he's very cute. Very, very cute. And very awake at this stage. Obviously listening to the call.
That's nice.
JJ.
Maybe not keep people asleep, but not dogs. Come on.
Not dogs. JJ is listening from California and says it's currently 3:30 in the morning, but I'm a complete night owl, and everyone and their dulcet tones at AO Radio has made it so much easier to cope with the tension of watching this tennis.
Well, that's
Thanks
nice.
so much for your amazing work, and especially for the YouTube live streams to afford us an opportunity to relive the experience at our pleasure.
And see us.
Yes, and see
Which
us.
is a win.
Well, I'm not
I'm
sure
not sure
about
that's a
that
win,
being
though,
a
from
wonderful
me anyway.
experience.
Jill, yes.
I don't know if everyone wants to see us. I'm not sure.
Gregory's listening from Portland, Oregon. He says, I'm awake. It's 3 a.m. just back to Portland from Zambia and benefiting from jet lag. Thank you for the fantastic coverage. That'll be the first time anyone's benefited from jet lag.
Well,
Thanks
we're
for
the
fantastic
beneficiaries of that
coverage
because you're
this
listening
story.
to us.
Yeah. Listening while my Border Terrier tests sleep. There's something about dogs and sleeping tonight I'm worried about.
Hey, Carlos is having a chat with Johnny Mackey. They are having a bit of a bromance through the glass of the box next to us. He's just smiling there. It's almost as if they're having just an afternoon chat.
Yeah, I
It's an
just
afternoon tea.
peeked over at the Macaroons. All of them were just laughing.
They're loving it. But
Yeah.
again, Djokovic stepping to the line at 5-6 in the fourth set, trying to force it to a tie-break. The serve onto the backhand of Alcaraz, but called false. We wait now for the second serve. And the serve onto the backhand of Alcaraz, up the middle of the court. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic. Backhand to backhand we go. Up the line is Djokovic. Ball blocked back by Alcaraz. Djokovic with the cross-court forehand. Point to point again in the juice court. Both players up the line goes Alcaraz. Cross-court backhand heavy from Djokovic. Blocked back by Alcaraz. Cross-court. Back that way from Djokovic. Alcaraz goes there again. Big backhand again for Djokovic. Up the line Alcaraz this time. Squash shot forehand for Djokovic. Gets over. A ball up the line from Alcaraz on his forehand. He's in the eight court digging out one. What a rally this is. As Alcaraz goes up the line. Cross-court forehand from Djokovic. Forehand up that line from Alcaraz. Into the net goes Djokovic with his backhand. And it's love 15.
It's just absolutely ridiculous ball striking from both of them.
24 shots that rally.
Unreal.
That is the longest of the match.
Djokovic just taking a moment over to where his towel is, just leaning over. It's just incredible how quick these guys are on the baseline.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, do not call out during the point. I know you get excited, but please don't call out during the point.
Everyone's getting
Thank you.
excited.
Like he's sort of
Please.
scolding a child.
Ready for play.
I know you're getting excited, but just keep in mind. We're about to cross the 3-hour mark for the match. How much longer is left, though? Love 15. Djokovic prepares and serves out wide. It takes the net. It falls wide. And the second serve. Onto the backhand. Cross-court draw. Volley there from Djokovic. Going cross-court. That's a point volley put away from Djokovic that time. Alcaraz all over the court scrambling. Djokovic throwing in the S&B and getting the result of 15 all.
I mean, that surprised me. I was not expecting that at all. All of a sudden, the return and the ball is like on top of Alcaraz quickly with that volley.
Well, I sort of looked up. I was looking at Alcaraz, see what he was doing, and then all of a sudden Djokovic is at the net.
Exactly.
Where did that come
It
from?
was so fast.
As Djokovic prepares. And the serve. Into the nets. 3 hours exactly on the Rolex clock. Second serve. At 5-6-15 all. Djokovic. The serve will come in. Onto the forehand, cross-court of Alcaraz. Up the line. Djokovic is well wide. Alcaraz 2 points away from the championship at 15-30.
That was a surprise. That looked like just a little bit of a mishit from Djokovic. It was a different type of return, a little heavier. It was short, and I thought Alcaraz was going to be in trouble. But I think maybe just the spin of it making the error from Djokovic.
As Djokovic prepares. And the serve. Onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Cross-court point into the net from Djokovic. 2 championship points for Carlos Alcaraz.
14.
Nice deep return from Alcaraz right down the center of the court, just rushing Djokovic.
Championship points for Carlos Alcaraz. As Djokovic prepares at 15:40. Championship point. The serve out wide into the nets. Second serve. The championship point. Onto the backhand of Alcaraz. Djokovic. Big off ball and it's long. And it's a destiny fulfilled for Carlos Alcaraz.
6-2, 6-3.
His first Australian Open title. He has completed a career Grand Slam. And now he hugs the man who has won it here so many times. The baton has been passed. Carlos Alcaraz is the 2026 Australian Open champion. 3 hours and 2 minutes on the clock. And he runs over to celebrate with his team. And he leaps into the coach's pod and embraces his crew. What a tournament it has been for the world number one. And the emotion showing on the faces of his team. A moment in history, a moment to savour for Carlos Alcaraz. 2-6, 6-2, 6-3, 7-5. 3 hours and 2 minutes on the clock. And now he can get up into the stand as well. And the beaming smile, that smile will be flashed around the world. An incredible performance. An incredible performance from Novak Djokovic, making the final here again. But Carlos Alcaraz stands tall as the Australian Open champion.
Unbelievable. Just absolutely incredible to watch the quality out here today. And I think we knew we were going to be in for a very special match today, and history made. We knew it was going to be made either way, whoever won this match. And the fact that we got to see Alcaraz win his first ever Australian Open, the youngest to do so. Unreal.
He waves his arm to the crowd. They salute him as well. Well, he's the 9th man now in history to complete the career Grand Slam. And now he's the youngest. 22 years and 272 days. For Novak Djokovic, well, what a tournament it's been for him.
Incredible tournament.
He continues to defy the critics. And that was a great performance from him tonight.
It was, absolutely. I think in the end, I felt like Alcaraz just had a little bit more in the tank. I think especially that last game. I mean, the effort that Djokovic put in, I think the fact to get through that center match, it was so physical, and he performed exceptionally well tonight. And I think just Alcaraz, I think especially in that last game, Alcaraz, that first point was crucial. Yeah. That very, very long point. It was the longest point of the rally. Alcaraz won that. I think it would have been different and if Novak could have won that particular point, but Alcaraz had the answer in that game, just stayed on Djokovic and returned exceptionally well. I think that was a big difference. Djokovic wasn't getting as many free points off the serve, I think.
Well, the stage is being set for the presentation of the Sir Norman Brooks Cup. Well, while we do that, messages have been flying in from everywhere. Kate, we might just get a few more from you before the presentation, then we'll get some more on the other side as well. But we'll get your opinion, your thoughts too, because you've been watching this all evening for us. Your thoughts on what you've seen tonight?
I'm a little surprised we weren't going to a fifth. I just thought that Djokovic was going to, pull out something special there in that fourth set. Seemed to be getting all of the energy from the crowd, but it wasn't to be. And Carlos, he's such a fighter, and he did make it really physical out there tonight. You could tell Djokovic was suffering at times in terms of some of those long points. And he goes after his shots. It doesn't matter where he is in a match, if he's down or what's happening, he will continue to go hard and really, that is just a wonderful win. And the records that have been broken here this evening in terms of what he's been able to do. So young. and so accomplished. It was fabulous.
Well, he takes that mantle from someone who just continues to just create his own history on the other side, Novak Djokovic too. Extraordinary. Rafa Nadal in the house tonight. Mark Edmondson will be presenting the trophy. 50 years since he won the Australian Open, the last Aussie man to do so. But Kate, maybe some emails?
Oh, yes, and I've got one here for you, Pete.
Oh, have you?
Because Sheila wants to know, just wondering, after all these years, has Rolex sent Peter a timepiece yet?
No, and I've got to keep coming back until they do. I'll keep trying.
I think we need to actually pose this question to someone that can make it happen.
Come on, you have contacts, Jill. Make it happen for me.
I will work it. I will work for you, Pete. I'll try and get it done.
Pete, I think the only chance you have is to work out exactly when they will be removing those timepieces.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
And
they've got
that will
security
be
guards around them right now, Kate.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, Sheila, but I'm not sure whether or not Pete will ever get that Rolex.
I'm going to keep trying though. The clock in the corner. Other emails, Kate?
Yes,
get a few more.
Another one. This is Sheila from Michigan and wants to know. Oh no. She's got a fox terrier. We know how we talk about the dogs and name them after tennis players. She has a fox terrier named Ivan Lendl.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay.
Do you think?
Does she call the dog like every time she calls the dog?
Ivan Lendl. That's exactly what I was wondering, Jill. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway. And we've got Scott. Scott's been walking in the rain in Spain, which I think
falls mainly in the plane.
In Spain, yes. Loving the walk whilst listening, and pretty happy about what's just happened.
Okay.
Good on you, Scotto.
Right, well, we'll come back to you, Kate, for a few more emails as we will finish up on the other side of the presentation because Todd Woodbridge is standing by and the official party is up on the courts or up on the stage, I should say, and the players, they're getting into position as well. And the photographers, there are a lot of them who are assembled here right in front of our commentary position. And they will be sending those images all around the world. You'll be getting them pretty much straight away because of the technology these days that they have for all of that. And then we'll come back on the other side of the presentation, sort of wrap things up in terms of what we've done and where we've been and what's to come for the season as we wrap up AO 2026.
Well, Minjika, and welcome.
Here's Todd Woodbridge.
Before we begin tonight, I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners of the land on which we gather tonight, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I extend that respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here this evening. And on behalf of Tennis Australia, I'd like to welcome the Victorian Governor, Her Excellency, the Honourable Professor Margaret Gardner, and thank all of our partners, especially Kia, the Victorian Government, and all of the official workforce and ball kids. There have been an incredible 3 weeks of tennis here at Melbourne Park with more than 1 million people coming through the grounds, an incredible attendance. And of course, you can throw in the billions that have been watching around the world as well. What a great success the tournament has been. And joining us tonight for the presentations of the Chair of Tennis Australia, Chris Harrop. Chris, congratulations on your first very successful Australian Open. The Chief Executive Officer for Kia Australia is Damien Meredith, the Tournament Director, Craig Tiley, the Tournament Referee, Wayne McEwen, and our Chair Umpire, John Blom. But we have a very special man out on court with us, and to present our trophy here this evening, celebrating the 50th anniversary of his Australian Open title. Would you please put your hands together for Mark Edmondson. And now, would you please welcome the AO 2026 top ball boy, Jackson Chapinel, with the Norman Brooks Challenge Cup. Well, the Norman Brooks Challenge Cup, which goes to our winner here tonight, has been travelling around Victoria over the last several weeks with our AO on the road team and is now safely right back here on Rod Laver Arena. And time now to invite our Chief Executive Officer for Kia Australia, Damien Meredith, to say a few words.
Thanks so much, Todd. It's been a real privilege to watch tonight's match. It's just been a sensational game, played in great spirit. And at Kia, we believe in movement that inspires. And tonight, we saw that come to life on court with extraordinary play. I want to commend both Carlos and Novak on tonight's game and also the last 2 weeks. Congratulations, gentlemen. To Chris, Craig and everyone at Tennis Australia, the Australian Open is the gold standard for global sport. It's an absolute privilege to be involved in it, and thank you so much for a great job you've done. The Kia journey began 80 years ago, and it's remarkable to reflect that for nearly a third of our company's history, we have been the proud partner of the Australian Open. From humble beginnings, we have grown together into 2 world-renowned brands that inspire millions. Today, Kia stands as a global leader in mobility and in shaping the future. Together with the Australian Open, we are very proud of our 25-year partnership driving innovation on and off the court. Finally, to the fine people of Melbourne, all the fans on court and watching around the world, you are the heartbeat of this great game. So on behalf of Kia, thank you for being part of our journey for the last 25 years. Let's enjoy the celebrations.
Well done, and thank you, Damien. 25 fantastic years here at the Open, and I'd also like to welcome and say thank you to Chairman Chung of the Hyundai Motor Group, who is also with us here tonight. Thank you. And now I'd like to ask the chair umpire for our men's singles final, John Blom from Australia. Well done, John, to come forward and collect your trophy from our referee, Wayne McEwen. Congratulations, John, on another fine performance. But when you talk about fine performances, well, a champion whose name is forever woven into the fabric of this tournament. His excellence, longevity and relentless pursuit of greatness continue to set the standard for generations to follow. Once again this fortnight, he has shown us why this arena has been such a defining stage in his remarkable career. Please congratulate our finalist, Novak Djokovic.
So he receives the runner-up plates from Mark Edmondson. He shakes hands with everyone on the stage and holds it aloft. And then steps to the microphone.
Good evening everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. First and foremost, of course, congratulations, Carlos. An amazing tournament, amazing couple of weeks. To your coach, to your family, to your team. What you've been doing, it's, I think the best word to describe it is historic, legendary. So congratulations, and I wish you best of luck for the rest of your career. I mean, you're so young, you have a lot of time, like myself. So I'm sure we'll be seeing each other many more times in the next 10 years. Yeah. Then I have to obviously thank my team for enduring me, first of all, and for giving me support. It hasn't been smooth sailing, as it never is. But you guys are my rock in my corner, and you've seen the worst and the best of me in the last who knows how many years, but particularly last 3 weeks. So I want to thank you, and this success is your success, of course. Then I want to speak to the legendary Rafa, who is on the stands. Just few words. Obviously, it feels very weird to see you there and not here, But I just want to say it's been an honor to share the court with you and to have you watching the finals here. It's first time for me, and obviously a bit of a strange feeling, but thank you for being present. Too many Spanish legends. It felt like I was against 2 against 1 tonight. It wasn't fair, but okay. I had a winning speech prepared and a losing speech prepared. So let me go back to it 1 second. Okay. No, I want to keep it short. This is Carlos's moment. Jokes aside, I want to just say in the end that you guys, particularly the last couple of matches, gave me something that I have never experienced in Australia, that much love, support, positivity. It's been incredible. I try to give you back with good tennis over the years. This has been my, I think, 21st year, maybe 22nd year coming to Australia. Honestly, I always believe in myself, and I think that is something that is, truly needed and necessary when you're playing at this level against incredible players like Carlos and Yannick, obviously last 3 days. But I must be very honest and say that I didn't, think that I would be standing in a closing ceremony of a Grand Slam once again. So I think I owe you the gratitude as well for pushing me forward throughout the last couple of weeks. And God knows what happens tomorrow, let alone in 6 months or 12 months. So it has been a great ride. I love you guys.
Congratulations once again, Novak, and thank you for what you've done here at Melbourne Park. Now, Novak mentioned coaches, and they are an integral part of our game, and I call upon Samuel Lopez, the coach of our champion, to come forward and collect his trophy from Mark Edmondson.
So, of course, the coaching change for Carlos Alcaraz. And nice touch for the coaches. And he shakes the plate that he has towards the team.
And so, at just 22, he has already redefined what is possible in our sport with his athleticism, fearless creativity, and he is now the youngest man to complete the career Grand Slam. And so keep that welcome coming as we congratulate the Australian Open Men's Singles Champion for 2026, Carlos Alcaraz.
Mark Edmondson grabs the trophy, throws it almost towards Carlitos. And then Alcaraz will hoist it aloft. He shows it to all 4 points of Rod Laver Arena. And he's going to hold it. No, he's going to put it down as he steps towards the microphone, a bright smile on his face.
Well, it's wow. I mean, obviously, first of all, I just wanted to talk about Novak. I think you know, he deserves an ovation for sure. What you're talking about? You're talking about how I'm doing the things and amazing things, but what you're doing is really inspiring. Not for only the players, the tennis players, but the athlete, all the person around the world. For me as well. Just putting the right work, you know, hard work every day with your team, every tournament you go. And playing such a great tennis for me, I just enjoy so much watching you play. For me, it's been an honor sharing the locker, sharing the court, and as I said, watching you play. So thank you very much for what you're doing, because as I said, it's really inspiring. It's really inspiring to me. My team over there in that you know, in that corner, it's I think nobody knows how hard I've been working, you know, in the, you know, to get this trophy. I just chased this moment, you know, so much, you know, appreciation that it was a little bit roller coaster emotionally, and we went through let's say not hearing anything about what the people were saying before coming to Australia, and we just did the right work. You know, you were pushing me every day to do all the right things. So I gotta say, I'm just really grateful for everyone I have in the corner right now. And then just as I said, this trophy is always you know, it's always yours. Then I'm gonna keep going. Like yeah, for me it's a little bit, as Djokovic said, a little bit weird, you know, seeing Rafa, you know, in the stands. So it's the first, I think the first time, if I'm not wrong, professional, because I know you were watching me when I was like 15, 14 years old. So it's been a long time. But yeah, for me it's such an honor playing in front of you. We had great battles on the court, not too many, but for me it was it was an honor sharing the court, practicing, playing matches in the locker, and now seeing you watching my matches. For me it's just a privilege, and thank you very much for being here. And then, you know, everyone who made this tournament possible. As I said many times, I think this tournament is it's a great tournament for the players. I think the side here is amazing. Every year making upgrades to make us, you know, feel comfortable. So I just appreciate and really grateful for everything you're doing, you know, for us. Just really happy to come, you know, every year. So it's an honor to playing here in Melbourne every year, and I think that privilege is because you know, the love that I'm receiving every year that I come. It's a great support, a great love, not only in the matches, but every time that I step on the court for the practices, I just felt the love from the people. So I just want to say thank you very much for pushing me in the top. pushing me in the tough moments during the matches. What I can say is thank you very much, and I can't wait to come back next year. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes what has been a sensational final and a sensational Australian Open for 2026. There'll be a photo opportunity, and then Carlos will take the trophy around the court. But we thank you very much for your support.
Thank you, Todd. All right, and the crowds, well, they certainly got their money's worth tonight. A 4-set win for Carlos Alcaraz, his first Australian Open title, and he has completed the career Grand Slam, Jill, and
youngest ever.
Another great moments.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just love the genuine appreciation for each other and the respect that they have for each other out in the court and during the match and in the post-match speeches. Of course, it's great to hear. And it just getting looks at Rafa too in the crowd and the front row. The fact that we saw him quite a bit. They showed him quite a bit during the match, just making some faces in the awe and appreciation of what he was witnessing. It's pretty cool.
For Novak, I mean, obviously, he doesn't know what the future holds because he's at that stage of his career where this might be his last one. So, chance to just maybe say a little goodbye on the way. I mean, look, the way he played tonight, he could keep going for another year at least.
Yeah, he played amazing. It was absolutely incredible to watch.
And certainly what we saw on Friday night in particular, what he was able to do against Yannick Sinner, was extraordinary.
It was extraordinary.
And really lit up the tournament, as it did with Carlitos, who's now holding the trophy, and he's just going to hold it just beside him now in all the different poses for the photographers around the place. He's looking at the trophy, he looks back at the photographers. But now he sort of sets himself, and we always get to this stage after the Australian Open final, and we go, well, could it be another Grand Slam year potentially? There's no reason why at this stage, as we head towards the clay of Roland Garros,
I know. I feel like I can't think that far ahead yet.
Yeah, but it's a question. I mean, we asked for Elena Rybakina as well. I mean, on the women's side, so you win the first one, can you keep it going through the season? But the way he was constructing the tournament, he will stay at world number one in the end, and well, it is a magnificent achievement for him. And as I mentioned before, it's the passing of the torch, really. I mean, obviously these guys have been thereabouts, but this court on this stage belonged to Novak Djokovic for so long, and now Carlos Alcaraz wins his first.
Yeah.
So the generations now, we're handing it from one to the next to the next.
I mean, it was actually incredible to see Djokovic back into a final as well. I think, I don't know if we ever thought that was going to happen. It's crazy saying that, but if anywhere, we thought it would probably happen here. This is where he's had his most dominant performance in the slams. But yeah, you're right. Maybe they're just a lot younger, and they've really lifted the sport to another level, and that's what made it so incredible to have Novak really be able to push. I mean, it pushed him out of his element to lift his level as well, and that was incredible to watch.
And that's what Novak did for so many years, kept pushing the boundaries of the sport, and I mean, continues to do it in different ways now. But certainly for Carlos Alcaraz, for Yannick Sinner, I mean, yes, it is about those two players at the moment, but again, they'll come through and we'll have generation. Now, whether it skips generations like we saw with the Big Four, where generations come through and not necessarily have the same success, we will wait and see. But it was interesting. We've got the Master, who's won it 10 times, and now we've got someone who's won it for the first time and is coming for the title. And now the traditional Melbourne sign photo, if you like. He's on the Melbourne side. But mind you, he was returning serve from back there, so he might as well be holding the trophy from there as well. And he looks up, and the nice beaming smile as all the photographers who are up at roof level. And he'll do a lap of honour around the court. Now he holds it above his head. The ball kids will come in. All of these different shots that are required.
I love that shot, yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a photo shoot tomorrow as well for the champion. But the coaching change that occurred, I mean, obviously was talked about leading in, not so much, at this stage, but it's worked.
I think that's what he was referring to, just saying, all the talk that was happening before he came in to Australia, he addressed that, and they came together even stronger as a team after all that talk, and really could see the emotion after with the effort and all the hard work to be able to lift this trophy today.
Now he's kissing the trophy with all the photographers. They're yelling out, quick, look at my direction, look at my direction. It's a bit difficult because there's so many photographers here from all around the world sending these pictures off. The stories will be written, and as we get towards the end of another Australian Open, I mean, it's one, we talked about the roller coaster of weather that we had. Obviously, the semi-finals really did elevate the tournament, but bigger and better, it's always the mantra. Whether Craig Tiley's still here, come next year, we don't know. The speculation will continue for a little while longer, you can be sure of that, but what he's put in place, 1.3 million spectators coming through the gate, as mentioned, billions watching worldwide and listening to us too. It just keeps getting bigger and better.
It does, yeah. It does keep getting better and better, and just more entertainment, more excitement around the grounds, and we know it's just going to keep growing and growing. I know they already have plans in place for the next few years, so it's going to be exciting to see how this venue expands and gets better.
Absolutely, but yeah, onwards and upwards. When I started doing this 20 years ago, it was
20 years. Happy anniversary, 20 years.
Thank you, Jill. But when you describe it as, this place was like a village. The Australian was like a village. Now it's a major international city. And that's how much it's grown over the years on so many different fronts. So now eventually these photos will wrap up on the Melbourne side. You can actually walk around and show the trophies to everyone around the crowd, although a lot of them are actually leaving, except the Carlos fans who've been there since day one, cheering him on and then cheering him again. They haven't stopped. They won't have a voice left as he walks around the court now, showing off the trophy. Kate Kearns, marathon woman in so many different respects. Let's get some more emails as we start. Some final emails for AO 2026.
A fine plan it is. Philip, Marlene, Ari, Matilda and Henry. Now, they wrote in earlier and now they're on the ferry from Germany to Switzerland, so it's been quite the trip. And they're on their way to a ski holiday in the Swiss Alps, which sounds very nice, I have to say. But they're just wanting to thank us for the live stream. They've been listening on the app, and they've actually sent a photo showing that they are listening on the app, which was lovely.
Right.
And, Philip and Marlene, they were hoping for a Djokovic win, but the kids were on Team Alcaraz tonight, and the photo, there's some big beaming smiles from Ari, Matilda and Henry, so they're pretty happy. And enjoy your holiday.
Oh, just Carlos Alcaraz making his way around. He's found the pockets of Spanish supporters who have been supporting him on. And
does he get to keep the Louis Vuitton?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I think he does.
I think they do. They must ship it in that, I think.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Anyway, well,
I don't know, because he doesn't keep the huge one, right? The huge trophy.
I think they do now.
Oh, they do.
A bit of conjecture about that. But anyway, either way, back to you, sorry.
I like this one from Jeremy because it's entitled Kate's Mailbox.
Hey!
Yay! It's catching on, Pete.
It is.
Checking in from, it's taken 2 weeks, but that's all right. Checking in from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. It's a very nice, cool evening here. This is my baby son's first Grand Slam. Oh, that's lovely.
Nice.
And they've enjoyed listening to all of the action on AO Radio. Thanks. Cheers, guys, and best regards.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. A couple more, maybe?
Yes, Sophie from Trinidad and Tobago. Thanks again for 2 fantastic weeks of coverage. Congratulations to Carlos. Thanks, Sophie. And Ella, who's listening in Melbourne. Thank you, lovelies, for the last 2 weeks. Looking forward to tuning in to France.
The Radio Roland Garros, we passed the baton.
And in fact, there was an email, a message earlier asking whether or not many of the team members would be going on to that tournament.
Chris Bowers, I think, is the only one from here. Jill does television there. I think now, because you're on through the Rolodex. You and I do Wimbledon. Shout out to Barry Milnes, who was listening tonight too, as part of the Wimbledon Radio Channel crew. Thank you, Millsy, for tuning in all the way over there in the UK. And then Mike Cation, of course, is one of the main folks for US Open Radio.
And Peter, have we got time for just one more?
Yeah,
one last one. This one's from Georgia. It says, hey, AO Radio. It's Georgia listening from the UK. Was in the car with my family listening to AO Radio, and then we broke down.
Oh.
So, no, but it's okay because they had AO Radio to listen to whilst they were waiting to be rescued, and very happy with the Alcaraz win.
Oh, I can imagine that would be the case. Kate, this is your 23rd year doing AO Radio. I know.
Is it really?
I know, time's getting on. No, it's actually 23rd or 22nd year. You're 2 years ahead of me. Sorry, I've updated you by a year.
Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Can I invoice you for that extra year?
Maybe next year. You are an integral part of what we do here on AO Radio, and it is we don't do it without you. You know that.
Oh, so much fun.
And it is so much fun, and we keep coming back year after year. But magnificent work from you, not just tonight, but across the 2 weeks as well, KK.
Thanks, Pete. Love your work.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks, Jill.
So fun, as always.
Yes.
No, you hang up first.
You
The
go.
The team photo now from Team Alcaraz on the Melbourne side. That's a nice touch as well. This is new for 2026. They're there beside him too, and the bright smile from Carlos in the front there as they're looking around left and right and up and down. And, well, what an Australian Open it has been. And they're now saluting the Carlos supporters who are above us. And, well, he will now do the walk through past our commentary position. Well, not into our commentary, but down past that. He's got to sign off on the camera lens. You forgot about that. That little important nugget.
That was supposed to happen a little while ago, but that's okay.
Absolutely. Now, come on, sign it, Carlos. Here he goes. He's putting pen to glass. What's he doing here? What do you reckon he's writing there?
Job finished.
Come on, Carlos. Hurry up.
He's thinking.
Yep. What's that word? We're reading it up backwards, of course.
Complete.
Yeah.
4 for 4 complete.
4 out of 4 completes. Yep, that's it. Job finished. 4 out of 4 completes.
With a smiley face.
And a smiley face too. So he will greet the world's media. He'll wander outside. The crowds will greet him as well. There'll be big crowds near our shop front as well, I imagine. There's a lot going on. A lot of coordination. Prue Ryan from the PR team is doing all of that work to do that. We're now up to 4 million photographs that have been done at this stage. But it is well and truly a worthy champion, Carlos Alcaraz, and he's done some amazing work here. What a tournament's been. What a 15 days it has been. Thank you to everyone for listening around the world. It's something we don't take for granted, and you've been listening in your hundreds of thousands and millions of minutes that you've been tuning in for, not just via ausopen.com and the app, but also 99.7 around Melbourne Park. Sirius XM, courtesy of ESPN in the United States, has been carrying us for 2 weeks. iHeartRadio, Vision Australia Radio, thanks to Dale and the team across Australia. TuneIn Radio, right around the world. SEN has had us on their app throughout the fortnight too. And as I mentioned, the YouTube streaming, the new innovation. Hope you enjoyed seeing our faces as we've been watching the action. You certainly have been doing that, and it's something we appreciate. It's a big family that we have on AO Radio listening around the world. We've loved your emails, we've loved your comments, talking about where you are and how you're enjoying Australian Open Radio. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Pete. It was a pleasure as always. I loved it.
It has been a pleasure, and it has been.
We were treated to some amazing tennis these past few weeks.
Now we can get some sleep.
Now we can sleep.
Well, you're going to listen to some highlights in just a moment with Carlos Alcaraz, our men's champion, Elena Rybakina, the women's champion. Alcaraz getting it done, his first Australian Open title in 4 sets tonight over Novak Djokovic. As we mentioned, we passed the baton on to Radio Roland Garros with Gigi Salmon and the rest of the team. And then, of course, the Wimbledon Radio Channel and US Open Radio to keep you going throughout the year. But that's it for us on AO Radio for 2026. Now, the team that has brought you all the action in no particular order: Alan Stone, Candy Reid, Chris Bowers, Courtney Walsh, Craig Gabriel, the CEO, Ethan Wright, Fiona Darmody, Isaac Everett, Jill Kravis, she's sitting along here, she's right here, Jordan Zock, Josh Harriott, Kate Kearns, Mark Hilawati, Mike Cation, Jamie Fawless, Joe Pignataro, Nat Edwards, Simon Cambers, Steve Pearce, and me, Peter Mercado. And Brucey, you don't need to bring the van around tonight. We had plenty of technical equipment and support provided by magnificent Matt Dwyer, who has done a Herculean job of making sure that we got to air and that we stayed on air across these couple of weeks. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of the new innovations that have come in, the real-time streaming and also being able to sync to your TV. AO Radio is a Tennis Australia production with executive producers Viv Christie and Bree Stewart. And now, as we finish off for 2026, let's have a listen to some of the highlights of AO Radio. This has been produced by Isaac Everett, and that's it for me. My 20th year on AO Radio. Let's do it again next year, folks. Thanks for listening.